A country music legend and actress, philanthropist Dolly Parton has died. She's known for decades of singing and writing hits, including Jolene. ABC's Alex Stone says there's no word yet on cause of death.
We know that she said that she had been neglecting her health since the loss of her husband, and while she had been caring for her husband for quite a while he was sick, he died last year. And that last year when she had performances scheduled in Las Vegas and then a residency, that she canceled those, initially saying it was going to be a couple of Vegas performances and then the residency could not go forward. But she didn't share a lot about it. She had been quiet in recent months.
Relatives say the memorial will be small and intimate. In a social media post, President Trump called Parton one of the greatest country singers and far beyond ever. He called for flags to be flown to half-staff nationwide in her honor. Dolly Parton was 80 years old. This is ABC News. Thousands of people in Gary, Indiana, still without power today, nearly 2 weeks after severe storms tore through, downing power lines and trees. Some residents dealing with dwindling food supplies at stores, and many areas still not cleaned up from the damage. More from ABC's Alex Perez.
Thousands left in the dark, including Regina Gary, still without power. She spent the past 2 weeks hunting for food and ice to keep her diabetic mother's medication cold.
That's scary for me because I don't want to make her sick. So it weighed on me pretty heavy.
The city's mayor and state power company estimate power could be fully restored by midnight. Crews are battling a new wildfire near Dallas, Texas. It's already charred 50,000 acres. And in Nevada, the Hawk Fire near Reno is still a threat. It's led to more than 60,000 evacuations and destroyed at least 30 homes northwest of Reno and burned through more than 15,000 acres. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
Remembering Dolly Parton and her legacy here in Washington. That's after Nate Connors at the Real Time Traffic Desk.
All right, Aaron, this report brought to you by your Seattle Mariners. Let's start in South Everett, where fire crews are working a brush fire in the median of I-5. This is just north of 128th Street. The HOV lanes are blocked in both directions. The fire, they seem to be getting the upper hand in the fire. I'm not seeing any more smoke, so they're probably putting out hot spots at this phase. North 5, though, your backup extends to the 405 interchange. South 5, your backup starts prior to 526. Everett to Linwood, 40 minutes. Linwood to Everett, about the same, 35 minutes. Linwood to Seattle, pushing 25. It's heavy in the U District, I-90. North 5, building volumes approaching the West Seattle Bridge up to the Ship Canal. About 25 minutes to get through downtown. South 405, heavy from South Bellevue to the VMAC. Bellevue to South Center, it'll take you a half hour. North 405, we're slow from South Center through those S-curves. Seattle to Federal Way, 35 minutes. And southbound 167 is now bumper to bumper from State Route 18 into Puyallup. Don't miss out on fireworks nights presented by T-Mobile. Next up is the Sing-Along Show, September 4th. Get your tickets at mariners.com/fireworks. KIRO Newsradio Real-Time Traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon. I'm Aaron Granillo.
In my coat of many colors, Mama made
Country music legend Dolly Parton has died at the age of 80. She visited Tacoma in 2023 to launch her Imagination Library statewide, telling the crowd at the time her father never learned to read.
I don't think I'll ever do anything more important or more personal to me than this, because the kids are our future, as they say.
Washington Superintendent Chris Rakedahl shared that stage with Dolly.
Wonderful human being who had something she cared so much about. She would go anywhere in the country to promote it, genuinely. So, her presence is one, I'd say, of sincerity and candor.
Dolly's Imagination Library has scaled back in some communities after losing state funding. Rakedahl says he hopes her legacy inspires lawmakers to restore funding for that program. The state has fined the Nippon Dynaway paper mill in Longview nearly $3,000. Labor and Industries says the action is unrelated to that tank implosion that killed 11 people at the plant back in May. LNI says an investigation that began in March found the company failed to document safety plans for an ammonia tank. A separate investigation into a drain failure and sinkhole at the mill remains open, and the investigation into that deadly blast is still underway. In the town of Ronald in Kittitas County, wildfire protection now includes a Facebook Marketplace fire truck. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch explains.
Sean Parker, who owns Cascade Playtime Rentals near Lake Cleellum, bought the used fire truck online for $6,000 to protect his home, his business, and his neighbors' places in the event the Three Queens wildfire gets too close. Parker says he and his two sons are determined to protect lives and property if necessary.
If it happens, we're not scared. We're not leaving. We're going to stick around. Can't lose my house. Can't lose my business. So I'm here for the long haul.
Parker says he will use the high-reach hose to soak trees and yards if nearby fires get too close. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
The road ends for the Little Leaguers from Tacoma. They were eliminated in the Little League World Series, losing today to the team from Alabama.
Phoenix City, Alabama continues to play well. They win again, 4-2.
Final call there on ESPN. Now to your forecast. We are looking at some hazy sunshine again for this afternoon. Highs today in the upper 80s, upper 70s tomorrow, then low 70s for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and again on Sunday. Right now, 84 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Yes, here we go with the John Curley Show. Aaron, don't go too far away. We do need to talk to you at a certain... No, not now. I mean, you go in the other room and relax. Whatever you need to do, stretch before you come on. All right. John Curley Show and you. Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line at 1-888-973-5476. All welcome. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Whoa. Full boat. Great show. Well, let's see. Diving in today. I haven't spoken to this guy since 1992 or 3. And then an email comes to Joe. I think it was last night. And then all of a sudden, Joe goes, "Do you know who this guy is?" I said, "Oh my God." I tried to find Stanley Brady probably 10 years ago, 15 years ago. I just couldn't find him anywhere on the internet. I thought, what happened to him? And then he sent Joe a bunch of photos, which then Joe spent 10 minutes making fun of me. I said, "How do you know this guy?" And I said, This is like the first person in Washington, D.C. that I couldn't figure out where he gets the energy, where he was getting the money, how he was doing what he was doing. And I was just absolutely mesmerized by what this little man, and he is little, probably 5'5", was able to do in certain parts of Washington, D.C. And I thought, about a couple of years ago, I wonder where he is. I want to try to get in touch with him. I couldn't find him. 70% of people use Facebook to try to track people down, and often it works, but I was unable to find him. And then just out of nowhere, yesterday, we get the email. So we set this up with Mr. Brady, and then he got the wrong time. So right now I am just setting up and waiting. It's been since 1993 last time I spoke to him. And I got to ask him the story. He said to me, "Hey, what are you doing for Thanksgiving?" I said, "Not much. Come with me. We're gonna hand out Thanksgiving meals. We're gonna go to this section of Washington, D.C. We're gonna go give out some meals. And in each one of these brown paper bags was a small turkey, and a couple cans of corn, some potatoes, and some cranberry sauce. Each bag had the exact same amount in it. And we went door to door, knocking on the doors of these big metal, kind of dirty, broken down government housing apartments that were in this part of D.C. And we knock at this one door, and most of the people were great. We knock at the one door, and I got to have Stanley tell you the story, because what happened after she opened the door and what she said, and then when she closed the door, I said to Mr. Brady, "I'm done. That's it. I'm out. Forget it. I want nothing to do with handing out food to people after what just happened." And he turned to me. I don't even know if he remembers this part of the story or not. When he gets on the phone, I got to get him to ask it. I'm sure he does. And he doesn't, because to me it was... I'll tell you. So he says to me, you can't give up. I said, Stanley, I don't want to face another door like that. I don't want another person to scream at us the way she did. I don't want to repeat what she had said, but let's put it this way. She was less than grateful. So we're standing there in front of her door. We moved a few more doors down. And he said to me, we don't stop. We don't let that stop us. She just doesn't understand. She doesn't understand. There you are, Stanley. Oh, my God.
How you gonna break it? John Curley. The John Curley.
What? Holy moly.
Holy moly, good God Almighty.
Oh, my.
After all these years, 1993, and I still love this brother. Hey, man.
Boy, look at you. You have not aged. Well, you have a belly. Have you gotten fat on me? No, I can't see. I can't see.
I'm not gonna.
No.
Hey, I'm not gonna.
All right, Stanley, you missed it. I was filling in for you. Okay, do you remember the time we went and handed out the Thanksgiving bags, the brown paper bags? You had turkey, you had some corn. All right, do you remember it? Do you remember this moment? Yeah. So we knock at the one door. Lady's like, "Oh, thank you, thank God, thank you so much." Close the door. God bless you, happy Thanksgiving. Go to the next one, and we got them in a cart. We're rolling next door. We knock at the door. The lady answers the door. She looks in the bag and she goes, "Holy blankety blankety blank! I gotta cook this blankety blank stuff." And you went, "God bless you. Have a happy Thanksgiving." And she shut the door. And I said to you, Stanley, I said, "That's it. I'm not doing another one." And you said, "Brother Curley, you don't know what's behind the next door. You don't know what's behind the next door. God, Jesus is behind one of these doors. We don't give up. We don't let her stop us. We don't let one negative person who doesn't appreciate what we're doing for God to stop everybody else. Because if we don't knock at this next door, she's destroyed everything." And I was like, Stanley, I can't do it. I was so mad.
Hey, brother, the scripture says, "Do not grow weary in doing well." Don't get tired of doing good things.
That's exactly what you said. And we knocked at the door, and this woman's crying. "Oh, my God, I was just praying that somebody would come and Thanksgiving, some meal for me, for my babies, and some food. I don't have anything." And you were like, "See that?"
Hey, John Curley.
Stanley Brady, I can't believe you're still around.
Hey, I can't believe. Hey, I'm just shocked when your producer contacted me. I was just like shooting. But I was praying while I was shooting.
Sure.
I said, for years, I just said, "Where's John Curley?
Yes.
Where's John Curley?"
Yes.
And I thank God for technology and this thing called Google. And I said, and sometimes when you get shows like yours and when you get as famous as you do, you have to wrestle with your producer.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But when I saw that, I said, "This is the thinnest Santa Claus I have seen with this white hair." I said, "What the hell?" And I said, "That's him." The smile, the eyes, the ears, the nose. He just got a new hairdo. And all that kind of. Hey, man, you are the epitome of a friend.
Well, I gladly take that great honor, but we have fallen away from one another, but back again. So let me ask you, what are you doing now, Stanley?
Well, Stanley is still doing mission work.
Okay.
I'm doing it in South Africa. This is my going on 53rd trip to South Africa. I was introduced to South Africa by a very famous singer, Paul Simon, and the singing group Lady Smith Black Mambazo, who comes to Seattle every year. Had I known you were there,
yes,
I would have come up. There you go. That's me with Mandela.
Yeah.
I am taking it easy. I'm married now. I've settled down. There's my wife. We're in Cape Town at Robben Island.
Wow.
There. I'm still helping people at my church. I'm still that's us in Seattle.
Yeah, I see that. Yes. Yeah. I'm behind you somewhere in one of those buildings. All right, Stanley, man, you got to answer this for me, because I would call you at any hour and talk to you, and I'm like, where I was like, where the hell is he getting this money? I knew you were working for like the city or the government. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, I go, well, can you be there at 2 o'clock? And you're like, I can be there. I'm like, when do you work? Like, what's your regular job?
Oh, wow. Let me say this to you.
Yeah. What were you, Stanley? Who was paying? Like, what was the paycheck? Because you were always like, I'm going here. I'm going to help the kids. I'm doing this and doing that. And I was like,
hey,
what about your boss?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm glad. I had a very lenient boss. And if you go to Facebook,
yes.
And what I decided to do, which I never did before, I decided because I don't know about tomorrow. Tomorrow is just not promised. So what I've decided to do concerning my life and to answer questions like yours, sometimes photos speak 1,000 words. So whenever you get a chance, the answer to your question is on Facebook at the SB Step Ahead Program Facebook page.
Okay.
And I let the photos speak for all the years of my work. I was just compelled. I was called because I grew up just like them. And because people went out of their way to make a difference in my life. And then there's a photo of us where you gave me an opportunity to come on and share with you. What I talked about then is what this nation is in need of now, and that's love. Only love can conquer hate. And so we have to find a way to get to our young people. And so I had a calling on my life, no matter what anybody thought, no matter what anybody said. Since doing it my way and his way, God has given me double for my trouble. I'm not broke. I'm not hungry. Everything that I got, I gave away when I was meeting you. I know it sounded weird to you, but when I look back over my life, I don't know. And I look at these photos, I'm going like, did I care that much? Yeah. So I would rather live a, what do you want to call it, than to speak a message. I would rather live a message. And so what I did was the same thing Paul said to Timothy when he said, the love that you have, fan the flame of that faith that you have in you. And Paul has said, I've mentored you well enough. And what you've learned from your mother and your grandmother, he said, go out and continue to share that. I think that the world is a little bit dark, but we have to continue to let our light shine. And so meeting a person like you, you would be shocked of the fact that I never, ever forgot about your kindness.
Oh.
No, you know how hard it is to get on a television show.
Yeah.
And then convince people that you love like this. And you're going like, okay, this guy is talking like he really loves like this. And he's really is helping people.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just have to show. I'm just happy. I'm over elated with just seeing you.
Have you, right back at you, have you your faith tested recently? Why do I sense that there's a health issue?
No.
No, you're not. You're
no.
Knock wood. You're all okay.
Yeah. That today you're a little off center with your No. I am. That's the reason I can smile. I can talk to you like this. God has blessed me. He's covered me. I've been in and out of mission work in Africa. He's protected me. He's covered me. I'm all good. God is just good to me. He's given me double, as he promised, if I would just go out and do his will, his way.
Yeah.
And not wait for other folks. And so to answer your question from the beginning, there was enough people who saw my actions, not my talking, but they saw my actions. And when you see the photos, that's not, you can't script that.
Yeah.
You can't script children loving you or following you or getting on airplanes or going all the way to Africa, going to New York, going to the zoo, going to the John Curley Show.
I know. So Stanley, you know what happened when they the producer said, "So who's this guy, and why is he coming on, and what's the deal with him?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, Stanley, on the Broadcast House Live T-shirt. Oh my God."
Hey, I got the hat. I got the coffee mug.
You're the only one. You are the only one.
Yeah,
wow.
But let me say this to you.
What?
Remember this.
What?
You got a gift. And Seattle, the state of Washington, may not realize it, but they were blessed to get you.
Oh, well, at some point, maybe that'll come about. Well, I have to tell you, Stanley, it's the interesting thing is, Mr. Brady, at the SB Step Ahead of Facebook page, that, you know, I'm getting to a point in my life where I feel, as much as I appreciate the opportunity to give my opinions and stuff, but I want to be able to see people's lives. I want more direct contact with people. So I've been talking to different nonprofits. There's one that does work with disrupting the sex trade industry in Nepal. I've talked to them. I've talked to others as well, because I think, what's that next chapter of my life rather than sitting behind a microphone, but actually, getting down, getting dirty, getting stuff done, and seeing the lives of people, right? Rather than just, bloviating behind a mic and having to suffer with Joe Wallace and everybody else here, especially Nate. But I'm looking for the next thing, and I think God is in everything. So the fact that you have found me, and I have found you again, or you found me again, I think this is a sign. So when we say goodbye in about 30 seconds, Stanley,
we will never say goodbye.
Well, okay, but I'm on this case, just this case. Yeah. But I'm reaching back out to you because I think there's something here for the two of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm coming to Seattle too. I'm gonna come visit you.
Okay, good. Good.
I'm not in Washington, D.C. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee.
Yes, I know you are. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in Memphis. Hey, I can tell you to your face.
Yeah.
Live. I love you, brother.
I love you too.
You demonstrated. You demonstrated what love looked like when you said, "Bring him on." And let me say this to you. I remember as clear as day. You had Tevin Campbell.
That's right.
You had Billy D. Williams.
That's right.
And you had the great Billy D. And you had Stanley Brady.
It was a black show that day.
Get down on it. Dun, 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 get down on it.
And Billy D. Williams had like 10 scarves wrapped around his neck.
I know it. Do you? Yeah, do you remember? That's what I'm trying to say. Man, I'm just overwhelmed. They're blessed to have you.
Oh my God! Well, you stop. Stop.
I'll stop.
Brady, I will be calling you tomorrow morning. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Good.
Remember, I'm Central Time.
Oh, I know. Okay. Okay. That was Joe's fault. Joe's fault. Okay, we got it.
No, we can't blame Joe.
No. Pray hard for Joe. All right.
I will.
Stanley.
And I'm praying for you and the family.
I'll call you.
Don't forget.
What?
SB Step Ahead.
Yes.
Program.
Yes.
On Facebook.
Yes.
And look at my work.
Okay.
Just look at my work.
Okay, I will.
That's all I can say to you. That's my work.
I see it. Well, they are blessed to have you. Okay.
That's all I can say.
I'm going. We got to do traffic. Okay. Talk to you soon. Call you tomorrow. Bye. Bye. Okay, here comes Nate checking traffic.
All right, in South Everett, fire crews are still working this brush fire in the median of I-5 just north of the 128th Street. So HOV lanes are blocked in both directions. North 5, your backup starts at the 405 interchange in Linwood. The South 5 backup now extends to Lowell Road. Everett to Linwood is taking you 45 minutes. Linwood to Everett at 35. Drivers are heading over to Highway 99 now as an alternate, and that's quickly filling in just north of the Mukilteo Speedway. Another option is State Route 527 to the east of I-5, but it won't hold the I-5 volume, and right now, though, it's wide open. South 5 into Seattle jams up at the Ship Canal Bridge in the downtown. North 5 building volumes approaching the West Seattle Bridge or the Ship Canal Bridge. Seattle to Federal Way, a 35-minute trip. We're slow from Interurban down to South 260th. And at Puyallup, we're still dealing with this stall southbound 167 on the ramp to westbound 512. It's in the left lane, adding to a thick backup starting at State Route 18. Renton to Puyallup is at 45 minutes. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Hey, Nate Connors. Let's see. What's bothering you? A shoulder? All right. We can fix that. Elbow, ankle, wrist, knee, hip, whatever it is. If you're thinking about surgery, stop for a moment and consider your own stem cells. In the hands of Dr. Mark Wagner. This guy is the man to see. When people say, oh, I've got a guy that does this or that or this or that, when people talk about stem cell procedures and the fact that he's done 20,000 of them, Dr. Mark Wagner is where the athletes go. It's where the people that want to be active again go. The people that used to play tennis but can't because their shoulder's bad or their hips are bad and they can't run anymore. That was my story. A bad ankle, a bad wrist, bad knee, things just sort of giving up on you. Don't give up. In fact, the best step for you would be to go to see Dr. Mark Wagner. Seattle Sports and Regenerative Medicine, as I mentioned, 20,000 stem cells procedures, 30 years experience. This is the guy. drmarkwagnermd.com. That's drmarkwagnermd.com. If it's a shoulder, elbow, ankle, wrist, knee, hip, whatever it is before surgery, go see drmarkwagnermd.com.
I've lived here almost my entire life.
Seattle's morning news host, Charlie Harger.
I love Seattle. I love that I'm able to raise my children here.
Hear Charlie's 7:35 commentary every morning on Seattle's morning news.
So when I see something that I think might need some attention, that's me pointing out areas of improvement. That is not me saying that Seattle is somehow bad.
You can watch all of Charlie's commentaries anytime on the KIRO Newsradio YouTube channel.
It's time to move on from your dull kitchen, outdated bath, and old cabinets. Create a space that is fresh, more functional, and beautiful. Sound Kitchen and Bath creates stunning kitchens and baths to meet your budget. Why wait? We customize every kitchen and bath with incredible quality and style. We come to your home and make it easy for you. Sound Kitchen and Bath, soundkitchenandbath.com.
Are you looking to buy a house, but like everyone, you're priced out of the Bellevue, Kirkland, and Seattle market? Many buyers have the income, the credit, and the desire to own, but simply don't have the down payment, often at least $75,000 just for a starter home. Hi, I'm Scott Rirucka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue with a great opportunity for home buyers. Introducing our Legacy Opportunity Loan. Legacy Group Capital has a select group of 100 new construction, single-family, and townhomes in the top Western Washington locations. Acquire a new construction home with no down payment, allowable closing costs paid, and a competitive rate. Yes, that's no down payment and some closing costs paid by Legacy. A wise man once said, the hardest part of winning in real estate is just getting in. And now you can with our Legacy Opportunity Loan. So get in the game.
Limited properties available to qualified Washington borrowers. Learn more about this limited opportunity at LegacyG.com. Legacy Group Capital LLC and MLS ID 99045. Visit LegacyG.com for additional program details.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
Eric Johnson here. I spent the past 30 years working to help make our community better informed, better protected when it comes to consumer issues, and better equipped to take on whatever life throws at us. That's why I love the free Washington Accident book series from Davis Law Group. These books keep us better informed about the law, better able to protect ourselves on and off the road, and better off when all is said and done after an accident. Chris Davis didn't have to write these books. He did it because he saw a need. People who were in accidents or other legal situations didn't know what to do, what pictures to take, documents to request. Only a tiny fraction of the people who get these free books will ever become clients of Davis Law Group, but that's not the point. Chris wrote them because it was the right thing to do. The free Washington Accident book series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the road might throw at them. Get yours at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
Tune in to elevate your wealth If you're 5 to 10 years from retirement, you do not have the time to deal with a market downturn.
With Mark Stimson and Casey Elkins.
It's important that you know what the rules are, because if you don't, you can make some tremendous decisions that could adversely affect you, and you may not be able to go back and fix them.
Tune in to Elevate Your Wealth, Saturdays at 11 a.m. right here on KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo, remembering Dolly Parton.
Jolene, Jolene.
The iconic country music superstar has passed away. More from ABC's Chris Connolly.
I think the one thing that in this divided time, every American could agree on was that we love Dolly Parton. You could love Dolly Parton for a million different reasons because she had succeeded in so many ways and retained her integrity and her greatness in every sphere of entertainment.
President Trump honoring Parton, ordering U.S. flags be lowered to half-staff for 1 week. Starting tonight, Dolly Parton was 80. Her family did not provide a cause of death. The King County prosecutor has charged a 34-year-old man with threats against the governor after investigators say he laid out a detailed plan to kill Governor Bob Ferguson. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch has details.
According to court documents, Nathaniel Foster checked himself into Swedish First Hill in Seattle with suicidal and homicidal thoughts. He allegedly told a caseworker and police he planned to ride transit to Olympia, study security at the governor's mansion, and murder Governor Ferguson. He allegedly threatened to attack staff and guards if necessary. Prosecutors say Foster has a long, violent criminal history. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
Foster staying in psychiatric detention as that case moves forward. State troopers are investigating a death along I-5 near the Seneca Express Lane entrance in Seattle. Person was found dead in the grass there Sunday afternoon. Medical examiner believes they died from a fall from the overpass. It's also possible they got hit by a car after they fell. The patrol wants to hear from anyone who saw anything between August 22nd and 23rd. Pierce County has shut down the Gateway Inn in Ashford and ordered everyone off that property. KIRO News Radio's Frank Lenzi reports.
The county says the hotel near Mount Rainier had resumed renting rooms despite a closure order issued back in February over serious life safety violations, including dangerous electrical conditions and non-working smoke detectors. County says those issues have yet to be resolved.
We have reached out to the Gateway Inn for comments. We turn now to the real-time traffic desk and check in with Nate Connors.
Huge backups between Linwood and Everett this afternoon as fire crews are working this brush fire in the median of I-5 just north of 128th Street. So the HOV lanes are blocked in both directions. Our North 5 backup now extends into Shoreline. The South 5 backup is to Lowell Road, and these are thick backups. Everett to Seattle is a 1-hour commute. Seattle to Everett, an hour 10, an hour between Bellevue and Everett. South 5 into Seattle looking good, though. You're going to jam up at the north end of the Ship Canal Bridge into downtown. North 5, heavy volumes approaching the West Seattle Bridge or the Ship Canal Bridge. Plan on 25 minutes to get you through this. Bellevue to South Center on 405 is a half-hour commute. And in Puyallup, southbound 167, that ramp to westbound 512. Disabled truck still blocks that left lane, adding to a bumper-to-bumper backup stretching into Algona. Renton to Puyallup is at 45 minutes. Earn up to $30 a month just for using your Harborstone P&W Cashback debit card. Open your free checking account online today at harborstone.com/cash. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
See less haze into tomorrow. Cooler temperatures as well. Chance for some light rain Thursday, and isolated mountain storms are also possible. Right now, 85 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Home Comfort Alliance. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electric. So you can keep the music up. It's kind of fun. Home Comfort Alliance. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electric needs. All right. I kept Aaron in because, we got to talk a little bit of baseball. It's not over yet.
Never over.
Never over till it's over.
Never over.
Stanley, hold on a second. Stanley, you're not allowed to stay on the line. You're fit. It's like a Johnny Carson show. Move down the end of the couch.
You keep forgetting. I haven't seen you in all these years. You can't wait when you
all right. Do you want to talk baseball with Aaron and talk about the Mariners? You know anything about the Mariners?
A little bit. Seattle Mariners.
Yeah, okay, yeah, all right, yeah, okay, Stanley.
Hey, I'm like Jennifer Holiday.
Stop.
Hey, I'm like Jennifer Holiday. I'm not going.
You're the best man
I ever had.
No way.
No way. Man, I found you, and I'm glad about it.
Stanley, this doesn't happen.
Goodbye. I'll see you in 30 years.
No. Don't say that. I'll call you tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Tell Joe I'm not on the East Coast.
I know.
I got it.
But listen, have a super day.
We will. Okay.
Be blessed.
Yes.
Thank you. I found you, bro. Hey, thank you, Joe.
Goodbye. That's the first time that's ever happened.
That's great.
Stanley says, I'm going to stay on. He just sat there and watched it. Why can't I just sort of stay on here and talk about it? All right, Mariners have been crazy. That's not over yet. I'm going to take you back to 1995. The Mariners, very similar situation here, Aaron.
Just 1 out away from heading to New York. They're a long way from getting to their ultimate goal, even by getting to New York. But here in Seattle, for 19 years, they've had a hard time getting above last place. But you have to take it one step at a time, John, and they're making that first step today.
Come on, now.
Tomorrow night, David Cohn at Yankee Stadium against Chris Bosio.
Big names. Yep. Hang on.
2 strikes. With 2 down.
Johnson
I'm watching you on NBC with Greg Gumbel, Joe. Enjoying it again in 95.
What a
in 96. Thank you. Looking forward to it. This is what baseball should be all about.
That's what it should be all about, Aaron. Should be. Final 26 seconds for the Mariners' 1995 season.
Johnson.
1
strike away from finishing the 1995 season 18-2. Pitching the biggest game of his life.
Sets delivers.
It's one of his best.
Wow.
You gotta let it breathe in radio.
The Mariners are the champions of the American League West.
Can they come back?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, thanks for joining us.
Yeah. I mean, they're within a couple games of the wild card right now, 3-4 behind the Astros, and they have a pretty cakewalk of a schedule in September. So
they're 63 and 69. Just been terrible on the road.
Terrible.
But they could possibly come. They're 27 and 30, 27 wins, 39 losses on the road. They're 36 and 30 at home. But the thing is that the AL West is so bizarre, right? Texas is 66 and 66.
Yeah.
Houston 65 and 66. Then they get this. The Mariners are 3 games back. So this could work. They beat the Phillies yesterday 9-2.
I'm going to go out and say honestly at this point.
Hang on. Is this going to be a big prediction?
It's not going to be a prediction.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
They should make the playoffs based on how they've performed so far in this gauntlet of schedule in August. They faced some of the better teams, the Brewers, the Cubs, now the Phillies, and they've held their own.
Yeah.
They've played well at times. They've also been blown out at times, as we've seen. But the deal, though, is that every time they get blown out, they come back.
Yeah.
And, they lost, 17-2 the other day? What did they do yesterday?
9-2 against the Phillies.
Yeah, they come out and show up, and Julio hits home runs, and of course Cal hits 3. The day after they get blown out 22-0, they came back and fought, and they did well. So
they just have to learn, don't throw the ball into the crowd if they're still.
Oh my God! Julio did that again.
No.
Well, not exactly that situation where he actually threw the ball away.
Did he head into the locker room?
No, it was the start of the inning, and he was still playing catch with some of the fans, and so they gave him an automatic ball to the other team. I was like, what are we doing here, man? We all love Julio, right? Because he's so good with the fans, and he's such a fan favorite, and the smile and all of it, and he's got all the qualities of a superstar. But at times, I would argue that the reason we love him for that is also a negative in terms of focus on the field.
Yeah.
You want him to just reach that superstar MVP level, and he's yet to get there. And I think part of it is a lack of focus.
Is there also some coaching and managing goes into the thing?
I would certainly think that is part of it. A manager's job is to get his best out of the roster. And so far this season, we've yet to see that from the top.
Well, and some heads rolled.
Well, one head rolled, and it was a name that nobody knew. It was like the assistant to the assistant hitting coach. And after that move
That's
was
where you
done,
start.
I guess. But, I mean, the team didn't respond to that.
Yeah.
And so, but look, at the end of the day, they're still the best team in the American League West, at least on paper, believe it or not, even though they're 6 under 500. I would take them over probably 10 other teams in the American League right now. If they win the West, and again, I think they probably should win the West right now based on the schedule. Who knows what happens in the postseason? I mean, the playoffs are fluky. And yes, I'm saying those words right now, postseason. I can't believe it. This freaking team.
Would you rather, as the fan that you are, would you rather they just crap the bed now and be done with it?
Part of me does.
Right, because, getting dragged along, right, and then, you get a little hopeful, and then they're hanging on the next pitch, and then it's getting down to the final one, and then they break your heart.
Mm-hmm. Part of me does, because when the season started, I was World Series or bust.
Yes, you were.
Now, even if they do make the playoffs, I don't know if they get past the Yankees or the Rays, and if they do somehow, and who the hell knows, make it to the World Series somehow, some way. There's no way they're beating the Phillies or the Cubs or the Dodgers in the World Series. I mean, again, they're fluky. Who knows? Maybe they get hot at the right time. But
can in baseball, can they fix, because there are inconsistencies. It wasn't you could point to one thing, and, well, you could point to Cal and some of these bats when cold, but the guy who had 60 home runs last year, which just basically was doing nothing this year. But if he all of a sudden turns it on, statistically, could you start to see the bats heat up? We still have a strong pitching lineup.
Yep.
So we would have everything in place. It's everything that we thought we'd have when we started the season back in April. Okay, well, all of a sudden, maybe they just start late.
Yeah.
Like in September.
My God. I can't tell you the roller coaster I've been on the last month. I've given up.
So you've been a broken man a couple of times in here.
I've wanted Dan Wilson fired. That hasn't changed necessarily. But I'm freaking back on the wagon.
I know,
man.
Yes. Come on. Music.
I'm back.
Wagon. Music.
Back.
Chris Abundant.
Just so they can grip my heart again.
Yes. It's a pretty girl. You ever had that when you were a youngster, when you were out there sowing your wild oats, asking everything out that had a skirt on?
So I had, if you want to get personal here,
go ahead.
There was really only one girl that I truly pursued that shut me down over time. And I really tried in college. I took her out for sushi and everything, and just didn't work out. She never reciprocated.
Did you lead you along, getting somebody?
Kinda. That's okay, though, because I met a beautiful woman.
Yes, you did.
A few years later, and now she's my wife.
There you go.
And she's awesome.
Yes.
So that was great.
Okay. So all right, there you go. That's it.
And I got 2 kids with her.
It
all worked out.
Okay.
Just like this season will for them.
Wow. Look at that. Put a big bow on it. Oh, wow.
I hope so.
Oh, wow.
I hope so.
I was hoping with a capital H right there.
All right. Peace. All right.
Exhausting.
It's just okay. It's all right. Bumper bets. What do you got, Joe? Put a bet down there. I got mine. I got yours. Okay. Aaron's got his. Here comes Nate. Checking traffic. Nate.
All right. Brought to you by 425 Magazine. In South Everett, fire crews are working this brush fire in the median of I-5 just north of 128th Street. They're getting the upper hand. I think at this point we're just looking for hot spots. So the HOV lanes remain blocked in both directions. Northbound I-5 is bumper to bumper from Shoreline to the scene. South 5 bumper to bumper from Broadway. So Everett to Seattle, 1 hour. Seattle to Everett, an hour 10. It's also an hour from Bellevue to Everett. Now we're seeing building volumes on the Mukilteo Speedway and Highway 99 through the South Everett area. Both of our lake bridges here in Seattle look good. In Bellevue, South 405, bumper to bumper from mid-Bellevue to the VMAC. After 112th, it thins out. Bellevue to South Center, plan on a half hour. North 405, heavy through the Renton S-curves. And at Puyallup, southbound 167, your ramp to westbound 512. A disabled truck still blocks that left lane. And this is adding to a bumper-to-bumper backup stretching way back into Algona. Renton to Puyallup still hanging on at 45 minutes. 425 Magazine, the premier lifestyle publication for all the cities on Seattle's east side. Find out more at 425magazine.com. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Bumper to bumper bets was 4. Winner Curley.
Dear Ursula, I have a group of friends who have bonded over...
Hi, I'm Ursula Voitin from the G and Ursula Show, and I'm launching a new podcast called Ask Ursula. This is your space. Real life, real questions, whether it's about family, friendships, love, and yes, even the fun stuff like travel and finding your signature scent. Hit me up and ask your questions at mynorthwest.com/Ursula. I look forward to connecting with you.
At mynorthwest.com and the G and Ursula YouTube channel.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Summer's here, and it's the perfect time to tell you that Integrity Roofing and Construction has been serving and supporting our Puget Sound communities for 10 years. If your roof is aging, storm damaged, or just ready for an upgrade, now's the perfect time to schedule your free consultation. With products that last longer and perform better, Integrity's team brings full transparency so you know exactly what your home needs before you spend a dime. And Integrity has locations from Issaquah to Sequim to Everett and Gig Harbor. Visit IntegrityRC.com. That's IntegrityRC.com right now. Integrity Roofing and Construction, where doing the right thing matters.
Pet decorator wood floors are not only gorgeous, they perform better than all other wood floors. Here's a few examples. The patented finish is made to last a lifetime. Antimicrobial and no VOC. Waterproof. Easy installation with a lifetime warranty. The most pet-friendly wood floor anywhere. Available at Sound Kitchen and Bath. Call today, petdecorator.com.
Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
A dark night, a quiet suburb. But for one family, danger lurks just downstairs.
Oh, no. That's just my husband getting a midnight snack.
Guilty. But
We have Xfinity Shield. It has a built-in Wi-Fi feature that detects movement without cameras.
well, what they didn't know is that an even bigger threat lurks online. A hacker.
Actually, Xfinity CyberSecure protects our connected devices, too.
Okay, fine. But what they didn't see coming
Is that these features are included with our Wi-Fi? We did. Kind of the whole point.
well, this one's not getting a sequel.
What if protecting your home and devices could be drama-free? Introducing Xfinity Shield with Wi-Fi features designed to give you peace of mind. Visit xfinity.com/shield to learn more. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Xfinity Internet and compatible equipment required.
You're in charge of ordering boxes. Small boxes, big boxes, really big boxes. You're in charge of tape, labels, mailers, bubble wrap, extra bubble wrap, just for fun. You're in charge of warehouse cleaning and safety supplies. Good thing there's Uline. Thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline makes it easy because you already do enough. Uline, we warehouse for you.
Hartley here from Wilcox Farms. For over 100 years, we've cared for hens with healthy pastures and organic grains. That's why our eggs are nutritious and flavorful. Next time you shop, choose Wilcox Family Farms, locally fresh since 1909.
Want to see the defending Super Bowl champion Seahawks open the 2026 season against the Patriots September 9th?
KIRO Newsradio is giving away 4 tickets.
Holy catfish! All you have to do is open the KIRO Newsradio app and enter.
You can enter once a day from August 25th through August 31st to boost your chances.
Full details at mynorthwest.com/win.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
August Casino Resort text line. Boom, 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 boom. Stanley's not still on, is he?
No.
It
No.
was crazy. They're known as Toshers. That's back in the Victorian London. The occupation was that you go into the sewers, you look for coins and jewelry and other valuables. And if you didn't want to do that, then you could go to graves and dig bodies up, because medical schools were paying a whole bunch of money for cadavers. And then they were letting people die early so that they could get money and turn them things over. That's back in the day. Right. So there's another mystery of people searching around trying to make money. They think that's what it is. I think it's people looking for anything that might fall into the sewers. They have no other way of explaining it, but they're now known as the mole people.
Both the NYPD and Department of Environmental Protection focused their attention on a manhole at Bedford Avenue and Hayward Street in Williamsburg. Police say this location is where 8 unidentified individuals were seen on security video entering the manhole around 1 a.m. before exiting and fleeing in a vehicle. One man who asked not to be identified telling us that officials had been out here looking for hours at a scene that seemed to continue to expand.
They brought in a lot more, let's say trucks that haven't been used in a long time. Yeah. And they're blocking off more streets.
A second incident was reported near Collin Place and McDonald Avenue.
Trucks
and the
that haven't been used in a long time? What is that? It's like...
You know what I'm saying? Trucks that haven't been used in a long time.
No, I don't get it.
It's like a truck that's just been sitting idle.
Yeah. And they're blocking off more streets.
A second incident was reported near...
They brought in a lot more, let's say trucks that haven't been used in a long time.
Yeah, used in a long... What does that mean? I don't know. There's a clue there.
Yeah. And
I like the guy. I think the reporter's like, yeah, like he understood what the hell that meant. Yeah.
A long time. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got it. Yeah.
And they're blocking off more streets.
A second incident was reported near Collin Place and McDonald Avenue and the Gravesend section shortly after 2 Friday morning. Police say they were alerted to 7 individuals exiting a manhole there, prompting a sweep by the NYPD and other...
By the way, this guy did not get the message. They're not supposed to be called manholes anymore. It's maintenance holes, utility holes.
Come on.
Yes, access holes, access points. Yeah, maintenance holes. To say manhole...
Agencies that turned up no evidence of danger.
Oh, we're out of time. I guess we didn't get to the other story.
Well, dang.
All right, we'll have to save that.
It was just getting good, too.
I know, because we found out that they were using trucks that had been used in a while. Okay, here's Nate checking driving. Wait, bumper bets. I got mine.
Bumper bets.
Here we go. Go, Nate.
And here we go. All right, good news in South Everett. We're making progress with that brush fire in the median of I-5 just north of 128th. All lanes just reopened in both directions of I-5. South 5, though, still has fire crews in the left shoulder. So, North 5, bumper to bumper from Mount Lake Terrace to the scene. South South 5, bumper to bumper from Lowell Road to the scene. Everett to Seattle and Everett to Bellevue each are 1 hour commutes. 1 hour from Bellevue to Everett. Seattle to Everett, an hour 20. Plan on these backups sticking around through a good chunk of our evening commute. Here in Seattle, South 5, heavy approaching the Ship Canal Bridge in the downtown. North 5 is bumper to bumper prior to the West Seattle Bridge or the Ship Canal Bridge. 25 minutes to get through this. Southbound 99, bumper to bumper from Mercer to the stadiums. Northbound 99 is clear, though, through that downtown tunnel. And Tacoma to Olympia looking good as well, taking just 40 minutes. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Bumper to bumper bet and bust. No winners.
What?
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan.
With Choke Points, we try to answer listeners' questions. It can be as simple as a neighborhood stop sign, or it can be as big as the budget for transportation. I don't care. I'll find the answer for you. It's really easy to get a hold of me at mynorthwest.com. We have a direct link there that gets right to me. You can also do it in the app. You can hit me up on the text line.
Choke Points, presented by Carter Subaru. Tuesdays and Thursdays on KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Those words weren't written for history books. They were written for you. But it's hard to pursue happiness when aging is part of everyday life. John Curley here. Longevity Medical Clinic was created to help people with overall wellness and longevity, including diabetes management, heart health, weight management, inflammation reduction, nutrition, cognitive health, hormone therapy, and more. I can tell you from personal experience, being a patient for 17 years, I have a richer, fuller life, and I'm better able to pursue my own happiness. As America celebrates 250 years of independence, give yourself the chance to reclaim yours. Independence from aging. Take control of your health before small issues become big problems. Experience a smarter, proactive approach to aging, backed by decades of experience with longevity. Do what I did and feel like yourself again. Get your free health analysis at Longevity Medical Clinic. Find out how at lmclinic.com.
Join the conversation and text your favorite show on the KIRO News Radio text line at 888-973-KIRO. That's 888-973-5476. Powered by Muckleshoot Casino Resort.
Certain industries expose workers to hazardous chemicals. If you worked in a paper or pulp mill, or in aircraft manufacturing or painting at Boeing, and have a child born with birth defects, your child may be entitled to legal damages as a result of your exposure to such chemicals. Birth defects have been linked to toxic chemicals, metals, and solvents used in these industries. If your child was born with brain or spinal cord damage, organ or limb malformations, blindness, cerebral palsy, genetic damage, or other birth defects, and you're a past or present worker in a paper or pulp mill, aircraft manufacturing, or painting, contact us now toll-free at 1-866-99-TOXIC. Your children may be entitled to legal damages. If you're a past or present worker in a paper or pulp mill or aircraft manufacturing or painting at Boeing, and your child has a birth defect, call toll-free at 1-866-99-TOXIC. Your call is confidential. 1-866-99-TOXIC. Message authorized by Weinstein Cajano, 600 University Street, Suite 1620, Seattle, Washington.
Are you looking to buy a house, but like everyone, you're priced out of the Bellevue, Kirkland, and Seattle market? Many buyers have the income, the credit, and the desire to own, but simply don't have the down payment, often at least $75,000 just for a starter home. Hi, I'm Scott Rirucka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue, with a great opportunity for home buyers. Introducing our Legacy Opportunity Loan. Legacy Group Capital has a select group of 100 new construction, single-family, and townhomes in the top Western Washington locations. Acquire a new construction home with no down payment, allowable closing costs paid, and a competitive rate. Yes, that's no down payment and some closing costs paid by Legacy. A wise man once said, the hardest part of winning in real estate is just getting in. And now you can with our Legacy Opportunity Loan. So get in the game.
Limited properties available to qualified Washington borrowers. Learn more about this limited opportunity at LegacyG.com. Legacy Group Capital LLC at MLS ID 99045. Visit LegacyG.com for additional program details.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. Northwest News.
It's the best time of the year at Staples, with back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech and more at staples.com/back-to-school.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. KIRO FM and HD1. Tacoma, Seattle. Northwest News.
This is a special report from ABC News. I'm Michelle Franzen. Fans are remembering Dolly Parton, the country music legend, songwriter, and philanthropist, died today. Ruth Fry says Dolly was one of a kind.
We've known her all our life, and we just loved her today. She's a very sweet person, and she's going to be really missed.
Parton was known for dozens of hits, including the ballad Coat of Many Colors. Winning 11 Grammys for songs that crossed musical boundaries over decades and also paying forward her success. Nephew Brian Seaver.
Dolly also opened doors for generations of singers, songwriters, musicians, and dreamers from every walk of life and across every continent. By her example, we believe that anything was possible.
Parton also went on to win the hearts in Hollywood, using her name and fame to back charities and open Dollywood in the Smoky Mountains. Dolly Parton was 80. This is ABC News. CIA Director John Ratcliffe reportedly in Moscow. ABC News has learned from meetings today, although there's been no official comment from the CIA or Defense Department. A Ukrainian official telling ABC News that Ukraine agreed not to strike during the visit. ABC's Marcus Moore says Ukraine has been making gains in the war.
Ukraine has managed to hit targets deep inside Russia, and that's notable because they've been hitting oil-producing facilities, and Russia has had to shut down some of those facilities, and it's caused a bit of a fuel crisis in Russia. In fact, in Moscow and parts of St. Petersburg recently, there have been gas lines, people trying to get fuel. There's also been rationing fuel.
There may soon be a quicker way to get around Los Angeles. An air taxi will be hovering around the city during the 2028 Olympics. Once approved by the FAA, it will fly between downtown LA and several other locations. I'm Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
Coming up, we revisit Dolly Parton's visit to Tacoma a few years ago. That's after Nate Connors at the real-time traffic desk.
Thank you, Aaron. We recently cleared the scene of a brush fire near 128th Street on I-5 in both directions there in South Everett. Left us with very hefty backups, though. South 5 is packed from Lowell Road to the scene. North 5 gets thick in Mount Lake Terrace to the scene. Seattle to Everett, an hour, 15-minute commute. Bellevue to Everett will take you an hour. Coming the other way, Everett to Seattle and Bellevue have both improved to 50-minute commutes. South 5 heading into downtown is heavy at approaching the Ship Canal Bridge down to I-90 basically. North 5 solid before the West Seattle Bridge or the Ship Canal Bridge. About 25 minutes gets you through this. In Bellevue, South 405, we're slow from 520 to Northeast 44th, and Renton gets real thick there at Southeast 8th. Crossing the lake into Seattle, westbound 520 wide open till you get to Montlake where it jams up. Westbound 90 is slow from Island Crest way to I-5. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeway is a 50-minute trip. We're bumper to bumper from essentially State Route 18 all the way on to westbound 512. Right there on that ramp from State Route 167, left lane remains blocked from a truck that actually spilled a load, so they're working on cleaning up this mess. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo.
Try to make the most of every moment.
The late country music star Dolly Parton singing in Tacoma back in 2023 when her Imagination Library became a statewide program. Through that program, she has given away nearly 4.5 million books to children across our states. She called it the most important work of her life.
We don't have to be so mean to each other. I think common decency and kindness, we're not all supposed to be alike. Remember what they say about variety being the spice of life? But that doesn't mean we can't be good neighbors. We can't be good people.
Parton disclosed health challenges last fall. She was 80 years old. The Longview paper mill, where 11 workers died in that tank implosion this spring, is now facing a new citation. Labor and Industries says a separate probe launched in March found Nippon Dynawave failed to keep required safety records for an ammonia tank. Company now faces a $3,000 fine. L&I's investigation into the deadly May implosion continues, along with the third probe into a sinkhole incident at that plant. What could become Washington's largest data center is moving closer to reality. The update from KIRO News Radio's Tim Hole.
Amazon has completed its application for a massive data center campus in Walla Walla County. The first phase calls for 3 buildings along Highway 12, about 14 miles southeast of the Tri-Cities and 32 miles west of Walla Walla. The full project could eventually grow to 16 buildings and nearly $5 billion in investment. Supporters point to jobs and tax revenue. Opponents are raising concerns about power and water use and want a 1-year moratorium on new data centers. The county will now review the application and decide whether it needs more information or can move forward in the permitting process. Tim Hole, KIRO News Radio.
Redmond teen and rising tennis star Kristina Lutova was fired up today in New York.
First set, Lutova by 6-4.
That's what it sounded like on ESPN as she won the first sets of her first qualifying match at the U.S. Open. Lutova went on to win the match in 3 sets. She needs just 2 more wins to make the main draw of the year's final major. Again, she is just 16 years old. Now to your forecast. We are seeing hazy sunshine again for today. Tomorrow clearing out with temperatures down into the low 70s. Same for Thursday and Friday. Right now, 86 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Here we go. John Curley Show, and you coming along. Teeny tiny lady in the pickle jar will determine who is really the one that deserves the honor of letter of the day. Paul and Sammamish.
Excellent.
Yes, Teeny. Oh, wait, not Paul and Sammamish. So it's just one too many times. All right. Take off the list.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Just poking the bear a little bit. Here we go. Dive in there. I forgot.
Easy.
Oh, I got a big mouthful of it.
Careful.
Luckily, nobody cleans the water around here.
That's right.
Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line is what I wanted to say. 1-888-973-54. All right. Dolly Parton passing away at the age of 90. 80. Sorry. 80. She went into, I guess it was Vanderbilt Hospital. She was complaining of some digestive problems. She had some kidney issues as well. They're not giving the exact cause of death for her. She was canceled. She was supposed to do one of those Las Vegas shows where you're in there for like
residency.
Residency. Those things are such a grind on them. She was supposed to do it, I think, at the beginning of this year or last year, and she said, no, I don't want to do it. She didn't do as much traveling. She had tons of energy. She was still performing up until about somewhere near 8 or 9 months ago. What an interesting character. Her father didn't read or write. They had 12. She was one of 12. And I think of the 12, maybe 9 of them were musicians. Her brother wrote some songs with her. He actually had a couple of decent songs and some albums that he never rose to the stardom of his sister. She had another sister, a younger sister, who did like kind of a hard rock thing. And again, she didn't quite make it to the stature of Dolly Parton. But the other sisters, one was her makeup artist. I think her uncle or her cousin was head of security. She was worth a ton of money because she was very, very smart with what she did. She started Dollywood and was constantly promoting that. And Married to Carl Dean, who people said didn't exist. Apparently, he went to only one event with Dolly one time. And she goes, you're going to be fine. Just hang out with me. And just, I got to go to this thing. You go with me. He apparently just was very uncomfortable. Didn't like the whole, phoniness of it, the entertainment world. He said, I'm never going to one of those things again with you. So he stayed out. There's pictures of him with like a brown paper bag over his head because he just wanted nothing to do with any of the stardom. When Dolly was asked about how come the marriage is so successful, she says it's because I'm on the road 45 weeks out of the year. Whatever it was, it did work for her. Here is a statement from her nephew.
Hey, everyone. My name is Brian Seaver, son of Cassie Parton, and I'm representing the Parton and Owens family today, announcing the passing of my Aunt Dolly Rebecca Parton Dean, sister, sis, Aunt Granny to one generation, and Gigi to the next. This video announcement is something Dolly asked of me years ago, before I fully absorbed it as a future reality. As her head of security for more than 2 decades, a role my father Larry held before me, I have imagined the heaviness of this moment, but haven't truly felt it until now. It is an honor that is mixed with absolute pride and great sadness. But sadness lies with us, not with Dolly. Dolly has lived in the light and is in the arms of Jesus, surely met by Carl, her parents, and countless others who have watched her and longed for her to meet them in the heavens. I first went on the road with Dolly as a kid, getting a taste of the road life in the early 1980s. Dolly opened doors not just for me, but for her entire family to reach the potential we didn't even know was possible. Dolly also opened doors for generations of singers, songwriters, musicians, and dreamers from every walk of life and across every continent. By her example, we believed that anything was possible. She never saw a door she couldn't open, and the doors she opened made and changed history. My family and I have shared a lifetime of beautiful memories with Dolly, but so have you. She has always been on your television, your record player, your CD, and on your phone playlist, becoming an extended part of your family, whether you liked it or not. Our family and the team she has entrusted with her legacy will work diligently to ensure her spirit will live with us forever. Dolly was a farmer, just like her daddy. He farmed the soil, she farmed songs and happiness. Dolly called me and said she wants to rest in a beautiful bed of plush cotton because after a life wearing heavy rhinestones, she finally deserves to be comfortable and have some rest. Rest in peace, Aunt Dolly, Aunt Granny, Gigi. May God bless Dolly Parton, and may God bless you all. She will always love you.
25 number one songs. Jolene is written about a bank teller who was very attractive, flirted with her husband all the time.
Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him just because you can. Your beauty is beyond compare with flaming locks of auburn hair. With
her husband Carl and Dolly used to joke, and Carl would go into the bank more than he needed to because he really liked the fact that the girl flirted with him a lot. So then Dolly was one of her 3,000 songs that she wrote. She wrote Jolene. I mean, listen to the words. It's really kind of sad. Yeah. When she was honored at Music Cares, they had different artists come in and sing all of her songs, and Pink sang this one. It was really, really good. Then everybody knows that Whitney Houston became famous for, not for that one, for this one. Hang on. Joe, the button. Well, Jolene. Hold on a second. How about
Press
this
stop
one?
first.
Here we go. This was, she had it first and then gave it to Whitney.
She wrote it, yeah.
Yeah.
If I should stay,
Oh, that's not it. But that's
I
it,
would only be in your way, so I'll go.
Yeah.
But I know I'll think of you each step of the way.
When asked about the song, she said, I love the fact that Whitney Houston made it a hit. I still make the money off it.
She said, I don't care if she gets the credit as long as I get the checks.
The checks. Yep. It's funny when you hear her sing it, you're like, that's not the way the song goes.
That's right.
The light of a clear blue morning. I know I won't say his name on the air, but he's the anchor here that does the show with us, who was just on recently. But I won't. I'm not going to betray the confidence that he gave us just a couple of minutes ago. He was in here doing the news, and the Mariners had just lost, and was it 2 years ago or something?
Yeah, I think it must have been the end of their season.
I don't want to give away too much because I told him we wouldn't talk about it on the air. But he was driving in the car, and this song came on, and he wept openly like a little girl, like a little baby girl.
It's been a long, dark night.
Don't tell Aaron that that was my mic on.
I've been waiting for the morning. It's been a long, hard fight. But I see a brand new day dawning.
Now I feel
I've been looking for the sunshine. You know, I ain't seen it in so long. But everything's gonna work out just fine.
Oh my God! You're in the car.
Okay, can we get?
What?
Let's.
Oh, you mean this one right here?
No. We need to get to the
So much stronger than you think you are. You just have to believe you can fly. Magic wings. Any moment you can free.
I know that you're trying to filibuster this segment. Okay. You got to kill the music for me because we have to get to this part. So you recently told a story about Dolly Parton. I had never heard it before. And apparently others had, but it's a story about how you met in New York City once.
Yes.
And we had never had a conversation about Dolly. I didn't know that you'd met her. I have had the honor and privilege of meeting her a couple of times. She's the sweetest. She was the sweetest woman on the face of the earth.
Yes.
Everything that everybody knows about Dolly or thinks about Dolly is absolutely 100% accurate. Except, and this is very, like a pretty well kept secret, I guess, in Nashville. Although it's not a secret, Dolly was not. Her and Dean were not at some point in their relationship. I don't know when exactly, but it was not necessarily a monogamous relationship, and they were both okay with that. That was like Dolly was just a super flirt, incredible flirt,
Yes, very flirty.
Yes, all the way going back to her younger years. And so, she was a bombshell, literally.
Yes.
Like maybe the original bombshell. So you tell this story about meeting Dolly Parton in, I don't know what year.
In an elevator. Was not 82,
so
83.
We're going to call that her absolute prime. The absolute prime of her
Sex
stardom,
appeal.
her sex appeal, all of that stuff.
Okay.
And you tell this story completely innocently. You didn't know what I knew about Dolly.
That's true.
And you tell me the story, and it didn't even dawn on me as you were telling me it, but it dawned on me a little bit later. You fumbled the bag with Dolly Parton in her prime.
Okay.
She essentially invited you into her apartment.
Yeah.
For you know what, and you had no idea. You were so naive to what she was trying to convey to you. Yeah. And in my personal opinion, the greatest fumble in mankind history. I mean, that I couldn't come up with a better one. Just tell
okay,
tell the story.
Okay. So I was living at 65th and 5th, overlooking Central Park, and I got on the elevator, and Dolly Parton got on the elevator. I didn't even know she lived in the building. and it was a beautiful building. The doors of the elevator closed, and it's burled walnut, beautiful walnut on the wood there, the woodwork of the door.
Right.
And someone in big letters had scratched F-U, and then on the other door, the CK, right? So it closes, and she said, "Did you do that?" And I still remember what she was wearing. She had a jean jumpsuit on, like if she was a mechanic, but like a mechanic with gigantic boobs. Okay, imagine that. And she goes, "Did you do that?" And I said, "What?" She goes, "Did you write that on the wall on the door?" And I said, "No, I didn't." And she goes, "Well, I got a wall in my apartment. I need something like that written on the wall." And I went, "Okay, you got me. I did." And she goes, "I knew I could get you to tell the truth." And then 2 more floors up, the door opened up, and I said, "Bye, Dolly." She said, "Bye." And I got off.
You said, at one point she said, would you?
I knew I could. I have a wall in my apartment. I need something like that written on my wall in my apartment.
Right.
And that's when I said, "Okay, you got me. I did do that." She goes, "I knew I could get you to tell the truth." And she was very flirty.
Yeah.
And what you're saying is that I'm supposed to say, "Oh, well, maybe I should take a look at that wall." Right? Yes. So you're saying, so here I'm in an elevator with Dolly Parton. I'm supposed to go, "Oh, well, Dolly, maybe I should take a look at that wall. Maybe I should paint something on that wall." And then she would say, according to the fantasy world that you live in, "Thank you, mushrooms." You would then go, she'd go, "Oh, you want to see? Well, yeah."
Well, you said, when you said it, you said, "Do you think somebody could come in and write something like that on my wall?"
I need someone like that to write something like that on my wall.
That was your invitation.
That was not, because then I'm supposed to go, oh, why don't I just come into your apartment? I'm just some guy in the elevator you met 2 seconds ago. You're Dolly Parton, by the way.
This is an apartment full of rich women who apparently had Tuesday boys, as you had become at that point, and were probably very well.
I didn't have a T-shirt on that said Tuesday boy for hire. You're assuming that in the elevator, that's the direct for her, but she's very, very flirty.
Yeah.
Very flirty.
Yeah. And please, this is no disrespect to Dolly, and she was so, like, she did not care what anybody thought about her.
No.
But she did have she did have an image that was very wholesome and family friendly, and that's, people knew her for that, and they
I
respected
told this
that.
story when I was the auctioneer at Music Cares, and Dolly Parton was on stage. I told this story about that. I had met Dolly before, and I told the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I did get kind of a weird reaction now that you mention it, because maybe people are like, "Oh my God,
Well,
she was hitting on you."
Yeah, the people that knew her
were like,
they're like, "You idiot." And then
know.
you're retelling the story like,
in front of everybody,
Yeah.
and then I'm like, boy, now I think about it, and boy, now that's even worse.
Yeah, that was probably.
Because I thought it was just sort of like, isn't that funny?
Yeah, no.
But she's out there fishing, trolling around for some young, neatly chiseled, good-looking Irish guy with blondish brown hair and blue eyes.
The greatest fumble of all time.
But again, you're assuming the conversation goes, "Well, I knew I could get you to tell the truth." And then I would say, "Oh, well, let me go take a look at that wall, see what you need done on that wall. I'll go upstairs." And then all of a sudden she goes, "Yeah, do that." And then the doors open up. I don't get off on that floor. I then frantically press the close button on the door to get those thing to close. And then I go up to whatever 20th or 18th floor, whatever she was, 17th floor she was on. And then next thing you know, I'm in Dolly Parton's apartment.
Yep.
All right. And that's the fantasy you'd like to live.
It's not a.
I know. Let me just play one last clip from her. I like this. Here we go.
The most beautiful woman I had ever seen in my life.
She's talking about when she was a little kid.
We didn't go to town that much, but when I would go to see her because she had these long red fingernails, she wore bright lipstick, she had peroxide blonde hair, wore tight clothes, short, and I thought she was the most beautiful thing I had ever seen. And my mother said, "Oh, she's just trash. She's just a tramp." And I thought, that's what I want to be when I grow up.
I love this about how secure she
I
was.
make more jokes than anybody because I enjoy it. I know, like I say, I am sure of myself as a person. I'm sure of my talent. And to me, and I'm sure of my love and for life and that sort of thing, I'm very content. I like the kind of person that I am. So I can afford to piddle around and diddle around with makeups and clothes and stuff because I am secure.
There you go.
She was the best.
Yeah, there you go. You ruined a beautiful memory in an elevator.
I can't believe it.
We're finished with this. Here's Nate checking traffic.
Global Credit Union with the update. Seattle to Everett, an hour, 10 minutes. We're heavy from 145th and Shoreline up to 128th there in South Everett, where we had an earlier brush fire. South 5 heavy coming out of Everett at Lowell Road down to 128th. Everett to Seattle is taking you a 1 hour, half hour from Linwood. Our I-5 backups are improving, though, especially South 5, so hang in there. We had lane closures for about an hour or so, and that has sent heavy volumes northbound on the Mukilteo Speedway and Highway 99 in the South Everett area. South 5 into Seattle, heavy from Lake City Way now to I-90. North 5 heavy prior to the West Seattle Bridge or the Ship Canal Bridge. South 405 in Bellevue, we're slow from 520 to the VMAC. Gets real heavy there at Southeast 8th, Bellevue to South Center, 35 minutes. And Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeway, still at 50 minutes. Bumper to bumper south of State Route 18 into Sumner. We cleared that disabled vehicle, from the westbound 512 on-ramp. Global Credit Union, where members enjoy no-fee accounts and early payday with direct deposit. Learn more at globalcu.org. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
If a shoulder, elbow, ankle, wrist, knee, hip is bothering you and you have been thinking, well, I used to play golf and just can't get the club back because the hip's bothering me or a wrist, you've had to give up running. That's what I did. I gave up running for 5 years. I hadn't been able to run because my hip got so bad. And I kept thinking, okay, should I go get it operated on? Doctor's like, listen, we're going to give you a brand new hip. You got to wait a couple more years because we don't want you to outlive your hip. So I live with the pain. And then I was talking to some folks, and they said, well, how about a stem cell procedure? Talked to Bob over there at the sports. He's like, you should do stem cell. I was like, really? Yeah, go see Wagner. I was like, who's Wagner? Seattle Sports Regenerative Medicine. I walk in, I meet Wagner, Dr. Wagner. He'd already looked at my MRI and my x-rays. And I get the feeling he's like this coach. He's like, let's get you running again. What haven't you been able to do? I said, run. I love running. It's so great for me. He goes, yeah, let's get you running again. But let's check those stem cells. He's done 20,000 stem cell procedures. He does one on me. I feel great again. I'm 64 years old. If you got a bad shoulder, elbow, ankle, wrist, knee, whatever it is, no surgery, don't do surgery yet. Go see Dr. Mark Wagner, MD.com. That's Dr. Mark Wagner, MD.com.
KIRO News Radio, where you hear G and Ursula.
It's got to be a white man that I'm voting for in 2028.
Weekdays 9 to noon.
Kamala Harris, I'm not voting for you. AOC, I ain't voting for you. We can't take no more chances. It's going to be a white man that I'm voting for in 2028.
And I think that's so sad without even knowing.
If you think that there's somebody that you believe that can win in 2028, you let me know.
Subscribe to the G and Ursula Show on YouTube and watch live or later.
Sprained wrist, ankle twist, broken thumb can't make a fist, busted knee, surgery, that patch of ice you didn't see.
Where pain starts, Jernavix suzetrigine begins. Jernavix is a non-opioid 50 milligram prescription tablet for adults with moderate to severe acute pain that reduces pain signals before they reach the brain.
Tendon tear, nose repair, tripping on that broken stair, dislocation, operation, moped crash while on vacation.
Do not take Jernavix with CYP3A inhibitors. Avoid use with grapefruit or liver problems as these may increase side effects. Tell your doctor about all your medicines if you are pregnant or breastfeeding. Jernavix may make certain medicines and birth control less effective. Side effects include itching, muscle spasms, rash, and elevated muscle enzymes.
Joint displacement, knee replacement, fell on marbles in the basement, ladder slip, broken hip, that rock climb where you lost your grip.
To learn more about Jernavix, ask your doctor. Call 1-833-589-PAIN or visit jernavix.com.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
I'm not one to say I told you so, but I switched to Pure Talk over a year ago, and ever since, I've been telling people there's no better wireless company out there. Well, a few months ago, a massive survey was conducted. 123,000 people were asked to rate their wireless carrier in 4 categories: coverage, support, data, and overall value. Well, the results are in. Guess which wireless company was the only wireless company to get 5 stars in every category? Yeah, Pure Talk. 5 stars, every category. To celebrate, Pure Talk is offering the first 3 months of any plan for just $15 a month, including their top-tier unlimited plan. No contract, no commitment, just a very inexpensive way to test drive the only American wireless company with 5 stars in every category. Just dial pound 250, say micro, and Pure Talk's U.S. customer service will take it from there. Again, pound 250 micro. And yes, I told you so.
It's the Great Summer Sell-a-thon at the Spa Warehouse, and the deals are incredible. When the leaves turn and the temps fall, imagine sinking into your very own saltwater caldera spa. Bubbly, blissful warm water right in your own backyard. Our Summer Sell-a-thon means massive savings on in-stock models, so owning your dream hot tub is more affordable than ever. Plus, get interest-free financing through 2028. Visit today for the hot tub of your dreams. Your best life starts at the Spa Warehouse.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good afternoon, I'm Aaron Granillo. Fans all over the world are remembering the icon Dolly Parton. Beyond her legendary music career, she was also a proud philanthropist, telling ABC's Barbara Walters back in 1982. She was, again, a proud philanthropist. President Trump also honoring her, ordering U.S. flags be lowered to half-staff for 1 week. Starting tonight, Dolly Parton was 80 years old. Her family did not reveal the cause of death. Seattle police have lost 69 officers so far this year and projected 113 separations by year's end. KIRO News Radio's Frank Lindsay reports that would be the department's worst losses since 2023.
According to internal staffing data obtained exclusively by the Jason Ranch Show on our sister station, Seattle Red 770 AM, only 854 patrol officers are fully deployable to answer 911 calls. That's a gain of just 1 since mid-July. Now, as of August 21st, SPD counted 1,197 sworn personnel when recruits, students in field training, and unavailable officers are included. Seattle City Council President Joy Hollingsworth has set a target of 1,258 officers by December. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
City officials in Gig Harbor are responding to a cybersecurity breach after a phishing attempt compromised a council member's email. The city's IT services division is trying to figure out what, if any, data is at risk. Officials say if you get an email from someone you don't know, do not open any attachments or click any links. Seahawks are bringing in some local rock legends for their season opener. Soundgarden will take the stage at halftime when the Hawks host in New England on September 9th. Pearl Jam's Mike McCready and Taylor Momsen of the Pretty Reckless will join the band, and McCready will also perform the national anthem at the game. Now to the real-time traffic desk. Coming up on 4:33, we check in with Nate Connors.
All righty, Seattle to Everett and Bellevue to Everett are both 1-hour commutes. I-5 heavy from 145th and Shoreline, just past 164th and Mill Creek. North 405, you're slow from Bellevue into Totem Lake, and then it starts to thin out to scattered backups once you get into Bothell. In Everett, South 5 is still jam-packed about Lowell Road to 526. North 5 slows from 526 up to Highway 2. South 5 into Seattle is heavy from Lake City Way to I-90, about a 35-minute trip from Linwood. North 5 heavy from the Michigan Curve now to the Ship Canal Bridge. Half hour to get through this. South 405 in Bellevue heavy from 520 all the way to the VMAC. Bellevue to South Center will take you 35 minutes. Let's see, Seattle to Federal Way, right around 35 minutes as well. Typical backups here from Interurban Avenue to 516. KIRO News Radio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Thank you, Nate. Now to your forecast. Seeing some haze for tonight, clearing out starting tomorrow. And temperatures also on the decline, upper 70s tomorrow, low 70s to round out the rest of the week. Right now, 85 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Start your day with solutions, not problems. KIRO 7 pinpoint weather and real-time traffic every 10 minutes. From storms to backups, whatever you'll run into, you'll be prepared. Stay up to the minute every 10 minutes. KIRO 7 pinpoint weather and real-time traffic only on KIRO 7 News in the Morning.
Thank you, Joe. And I mean that. Bucky's Auto Service Center, 16 locations, been around for 51 years. The Bucky's Auto Service Center. We'd sing our little song, but we got to get to Park here. All right, Park Plank, by the way, thanks for coming on the show. I was talking to my brother over the weekend, and because this news story broke, and Chuck said to me, I know a guy that played in that foursome. I said, who? He goes, Park Plank, he plays out there in St. Louis. And by the way, he said, Chuck writes, tell Park I'm sorry that we did so poorly in the member guest at the Philly Country Club. So no hard feelings on that one, okay?
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Okay. This story, now, if you're a golfer, people are like, wow, this is really bizarre.
Really bizarre.
So it's a foursome. It is a member guest that's happening. It's a member. You're there at Winghaven. This is a Jack Nicklaus designed course. It's a really nice, high-end private club. I think you've been a member there for a while. So this is a member. So it's a foursome. You're playing with another golfer. So the other two are in the, I assume, are they each in their own cart?
No, I'm not in the foursome. I'm in the tournament.
You're in the tournament. Okay.
Right.
So there's a foursome that's out there, and you just jump in every time I miss a detail or I jump ahead. So at one point, one of the golfers in a foursome says to the other three, hey, listen, I got to take this call. My grandmother is not doing well, and it's going to be pretty hard for me. So I'm just going to, when the call comes, I'm going to go ahead. Now, he then fakes like he gets the call there on the fourth hole, which is a par 3. So he goes, I'm going to go ahead, guys. I got the call. So he then goes ahead. So they're back, I assume, still on the green, finishing up. When they get to him, he's hung up the phone, and he's apparently, quote unquote, already hit. So you guys can go ahead and hit, right? And they then hit.
This guy he's one of the best golfers I've ever played. I played with him the week before, and the first time I'd ever met him. And the guy is a scratch golfer. And so he was in the first group out. They put the best golfers out first.
Right.
And then it kind of backs up from there. So he knows a couple days ahead that he is going to be in the first group out.
And what no one knows is it the night before, Park, did he go to the course and take a ball, throw it down on the green to give the the impact, and then put the ball in the hole?
It was like it's 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. He drove. There's an access road by the maintenance shed. So he went down and walked. The maintenance shed behind the fourth green. He walks up to the fourth green, makes a pitch mark, and then puts his ball in the hole.
So then when the rest of the foursome, now the three, all hit, and they ask, where are you? He goes, I don't know where I ended up, which a scratch golfer, of course, you know where the ball is. Yeah. They all approach the green. They walk on the green. They go, hey, and either he sees it or somebody else goes, hey, you're in the hole, right?
Yeah, he said he thinned it. So didn't hit it great. He's not sure where it ended up.
Okay. Yeah, on a par 3. Okay.
That is downhill that you can actually see the hole.
Oh, my God. All right. So what do you know? There's the hole. Was there money on the line on this thing, Park?
Well, there's anytime anybody out there gets a hole-in-one, they call it the hole-in-one club, where it kicks in, and everybody in the club kicks in $10, and that covers your bar tab, and then whatever's left over, you keep. Yeah. So there's money out there, but it's not like it's a fortune.
The rule is on the hole-in-one, to get in the hole-in-one club, you have to have some witnesses. The fact that they were not there to see it, but he still insists that, no, I did. I got it. I put it in there. What did he not realize, Park? This is where the interesting twist. What did he not know was over near the maintenance shed?
Yeah, the next, I think on Monday morning, everybody at the club was asking, hey, what did it look like? How did it go in? And nobody knew anything. So people started to get suspicious. And there was apparently a phone call between one of the guys in the group and the general manager of the club and a couple other people. And, they said, well, the superintendent said, well, we got cameras all over that maintenance shed. So why don't I just go check the cameras and see? So
oh, my God.
So they went and checked the cameras, and lo and behold, there's his car. And there's a little bit of a discrepancy between if there was actually a camera pointing at the green or not.
Yeah.
But his car's right next to the shed. He admits that he did it, and that's the end of the story.
And he then resigns from the club. He doesn't take the money, obviously.
Well, they told him bring the money back, or we're going to call the cops.
My God, it's so weird because why the hell did he do it? He was on a radio station there the morning after, and they asked him the motivation on this thing, Park.
What was the motivation?
One of the things he said, he's a really good golfer.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, well, we were giving strokes back to the field. He kind of said, and it's like, well, wait a minute, there's no reason to do that. But there's no motivation. He just cheated.
Well, here's why he said he did it. Here's the cut from this radio station. Hold on.
I've talked to people, and there really is no motivation. It's just complete stupidity.
That is nuts. He describes the fallout from his family. We don't need to get into that, but apparently people are taking a bunch of shots at him.
He was so good. Is there potential he could have gone pro or might have?
He played in college. I literally met him the week before and got paired up with him with another guy at our kind of regular Saturday game. And he walks up and says, hey, I'm playing the black tees, which is pretty far back.
Yeah.
Walks up and just stripes it down the middle and shoots probably 75. I mean, the guy's a player, and he didn't need to be doing that.
So strange. It must be the talk of the club over there at Winghaven. Everybody must be talking about it still.
Yeah, every time you go up on the fourth tee, somebody makes a wedge crack, and heaven forbid the next guy gets a hole-in-one out there.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah, everybody be talking about it. Don't forget to take your shoes off as you walk on the green now. I saw that was the thing. You're not wearing spikes, are you?
Yeah. No.
You see that move? Well, listen, my brother, Robbie, they all send the best to both you and your wife. And I really appreciate you coming on and spending some time with us. I know you're there in St. Louis. Listen, don't forget where the cameras are. They're right there near. They don't point the hole, but just watch where you park your car, okay, Park?
And I know you'll be surprised by this, but your brother was a little skeptical when I told him the story the first time.
I know. And then we looked it up on ESPN. He's like, come on. And there it was. And then Chuck said to me, we're sitting having dinner, he goes, oh, my God, Park was right. That really happened. So, good.
Right.
All right, we clear up all that. Hey, other than why the hell he did it, we'll never know. Thank you, Park. Appreciate your time. Have a good evening. Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, Nate is over. By the way, speaking of bets and fun, time for some bumper bets. Don't forget bumper. Now there's going to be higher bumper count as we head into the evening. There'll be more backups, so it could be higher counts. Joe's in. Andrew's in. I'm in. Here comes Nate checking traffic. Nate, time.
All right. Seattle to Everett and Bellevue to Everett are both hanging on a 1 hour commute. I-5 is bumper to bumper from 145th and Shoreline just past 164th and Mill Creek. North 405 slows from Bellevue into Bothell. Another backup heading into Alderwood. Hefty backups in both directions of State Route 525 and Highway 99 through the South Everett area as drivers were ditching I-5 earlier when we had a couple lanes shut down in both directions due to a brush fire. South 5 into Seattle is bumper to bumper from 85th to I-90. 35-minute trip from Linwood. More slowing in Linwood to get through. North 5 heavy at the Michigan curve to the Ship Canal Bridge. Half hour to clear this. Crossing the lake from Bellevue into Seattle, 25-30 minutes on both bridge routes. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeways at 50 minutes. We're bumper to bumper from State Route 18 into Puyallup. And Tacoma to Olympia looking good at just 35 minutes. Little slowing as you head into downtown Olympia. KIRO Newsradio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
And bumper to bumper wins. It's 3. Curley takes that one.
KIRO News Radio, where you hear G and Ursula, weekdays 9 to noon.
Starbucks is going to stop covering GLP-1 medications for weight loss. If you're on it, you know that these drugs per month can be like up to $1,000 if you don't have coverage.
When have we ever believed that pharmaceutical companies or any other company is going to make less profit to help the people out?
Watch live or later on the KIRO News Radio YouTube channel.
For 250 years, Americans have believed in one powerful idea, that we are meant to live free. Free to work hard, free to move, free to enjoy life without being held back. But if the natural effects of aging are slowing you down, it might be time to declare your independence from aging. John Curley here. Longevity Medical Clinic has been treating the undesirable effects of aging for nearly 30 years. They have more clinical experience with actual patient care than any longevity practice in the country. I've been a patient for 17 years. Wow, time flies when you got a lot of energy. I don't know where I'd be today without longevity. Longevity Medical Clinic was started so people can get back to living life on their own terms, walking, working, exercising, and enjoying the moments that matter most. This year, as we celebrate 250 years of American independence, take a stand for your own freedom. Get your free health analysis at Longevity Medical Clinic. Find out more at lmclinic.com.
Thinking about a new roof or exterior upgrade, but worried about the cost? This is Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. We've created our summertime savings event to make it simple and affordable. Save up to $3,000 off your exterior project or get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest up to 24 months. And every qualifying GAF roof is backed by our lifetime Golden Pledge warranty. One call gets you started. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today. Held to a higher standard since 1968.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
Jason Rantz here. If your water heater is getting older, leaking, or running out of hot water, CM Heating has an affordable solution. Get a new gas or electric water heater installed starting at just $44.99 a month. With CM Heating's Comfort as a Service program, you'll get lifetime repairs and maintenance at no extra charge. Parts and labor covered for life. Plus, same-day installation is available in many cases. Schedule your free estimate today at cmheating.com.
License number CMHEAHL 750LP.
I want a woman. I want a big girl.
See the hysterical Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias when he takes the stage at Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Saturday, August 29th at 5:30 and 9:30 p.m.
This way, we both can agree on the temperature of the thermostat.
He's sold out stadiums around the world, and now he's coming to Muckleshoot Casino Resort on August 29th. Get tickets before they're gone to laugh out loud with Gabriel Iglesias at muckleshootcasino.com.
Looking for a simple solution to hair loss this summer? Get the same breakthrough one-day treatment I received at Advanced Hair during their once yearly summer savings event. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during their best offer of the year. For details and a free consultation, call 425-449-8185, advancedhair.com.
I like it hot.
Beg your pardon?
Can you make it hot for me, Dan?
I think so.
Half heated ain't hot enough.
No.
That's why I called you.
Apollo Plumbing.
Yeah, my sorry old water heater.
Oh.
Ain't getting me the hots anymore.
You want hot water.
That's what I said.
That's what we do at Apollo Plumbing.
And you're ready?
Right now.
When can you?
How about today?
Same day?
We'll have you in hot water tonight.
Clever. How about an upgrade?
A tankless water heater would mean endless hot water.
Now you're cooking.
That's just for starters.
Starters?
How about we make it a worry-free water heater?
Worry-free?
Wrenchie's worry-free warranty.
Which covers?
Repairs, service, all included.
And when it wears out?
Apollo replaces it.
No extra charge?
Nothing.
Nil?
Nada. As an Apollo A-list member, you're covered.
And payments?
To fit your budget with approved credit, of course.
And I'm hot again.
Worry-free.
That's for me.
We're on our way.
Thanks for making it hot.
We're ApolloPlumbing.com.
Want to see the defending Super Bowl champion Seahawks open the 2026 season against the Patriots September 9th?
KIRO Newsradio is giving away 4 tickets.
Holy catfish! All you have to do is open the KIRO Newsradio app and enter.
You can enter once a day from August 25th through August 31st to boost your chances.
Full details at mynorthwest.com/win.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
Guys, your testosterone level impacts your energy, drive, weight, hair loss, and even ED. Revive Men's Health Seattle will check your T level for free. For your free T level check, exam, and consultation, call 206-529-1111 or visit revivemenshealth.com.
Here we are, and here we go. The Muckleshoot Casino Resort text line at 1-888-973-5476. Good show so far. Hopefully everybody's enjoying it. Don't forget to get letter of the day. Greatest honor bestowed upon you by somebody who lives in a pickle jar. Joe didn't tell me how this works, but I'll just go right to it. This is the dementia test.
Yes.
Check to see whether the frontal lobe is working. This is a neurologist, Dr. Andam Hassin. Shared on social media the video demonstrating the quickest test for dementia, which involves 3 simple hand motions. So this is going to work well for radio.
Fist, edge, palm. Fist, edge, palm. Give it a go. That was the Luria test, and it's testing different parts of your brain. Motor function.
Say it again. This.
Fist,
edge, palm. Okay.
Executive function and sequencing. Now, for most of you, that test will be pretty simple. But for some people, they can't do the movement smoothly. They sometimes perseverate on the same movement again and again, or they miss the sequence. Studies have shown that in a group of people who have normal cognitive functioning, only about 2% will have difficulty with this test. Compare that to a group of patients with Alzheimer's, over 50% will have difficulties with that test.
Oh, no.
And in patients who have frontotemporal dementia, almost 70%. So is that test diagnostic for dementia? No, but it's a quick screening test that you can do in your clinic at any time.
Oh my God! Wow, it's only because I'm nervous.
I know, and you
messed up my.
Don't let your dyslexia screw it up either.
The other test. Have you seen this? You stand on one foot.
No.
So if you stand up, you do it right now. You can stand on one foot, and then stand on one foot, and how long you can stay there? Like, okay, you ready? Now put your foot down, and now stand. First of all, close your eyes, lift your foot, and then see how long you can stand there for, and then it determines what your age is. Wow, you're pretty good. So each second that you're able to stand is representative of a year. So like when people, if they close your eyes, lift up one foot, you tip over right away. You know, they say, well, cognitively, you're pretty damn old. Like if you just tip over right away.
What's a good length?
It's like 10 seconds, 7 seconds, somewhere in there. And then while you're doing this.
Fist, edge, palm.
Yeah.
Fist, edge, palm.
Let's everybody do that now while you're listening to the radio show.
Just a quick test. See if you need to go to the doctor.
I do not get it.
Don't worry about it, Tina. You don't need to worry about it.
And all right, try it real quick. Ready?
Well, hold on. Let me just so I can get this song in here.
There you go.
Remember when Aaron sang to this?
Long time since I've known the taste of freedom.
Oh, Aaron.
Those clear.
You know what's going to happen? He's never going to share with us another story again.
No, it's endearing.
It is. Here's what happened. Aaron told us that the Mariners had lost the game. They won out, right? It was one run or something.
It was 2 years
ago.
ago.
The next morning, he's driving in the car, and this song happened to come on. Which I've never heard before.
Me neither.
He's holding on to the steering wheel.
Yeah.
He starts crying, but
turns
like,
around,
you know
but
what?
it starts really
Yeah.
sad.
But then it's like, so he's doing the indignant crying, like,
We got next year.
I don't think this car is. It's driving a truck.
Bus.
Weeping.
I like this song.
She's written 3,000 songs.
Quick, name them all.
There. All right. Dolly Parton passing away at the age of 80. That's 4,000 weeks, by the way, if you keep track at home. I was talking to this guy today. I didn't even know him. I'm talking to him on the phone about auctions in New York. And I go, well, you know, I have 836 weeks left. He's like, what? It's like, some hard, scrabbled New York dude, a lot of money.
Did you
What
buy
are you
him
talking about? I was like, nothing. Change the subject.
I'm surprised you didn't buy him a desk calendar. That's usually what happens.
It's my next move for everybody. All right, here comes Nate checking traffic. We'll give you a break on the bumper to bumpers. Nate.
Yes, Harborstone Credit Union with the update. We are recovering nicely following that earlier brush fire in South Everett. We're not in the clear yet. Seattle to Everett taking you 1 hour. Still jams up in 145th in Shoreline up to 164th in Mill Creek. Bellevue to Everett also an hour, or scattered backups from Bellevue to Alderwood. Everett to Seattle an hour 5 minutes, 40 from Linwood. Everett to Bellevue is just 35 minutes. Once you get into Bellevue, South 405, that's when we're in trouble. It's heavy from 520 all the way to the VMAC. 40-minute trip from Bellevue to South Center. North 405 slows from South Center through the S curves, but you're at a pretty good pace here. In fact, South Center to Bellevue is just 20 minutes. Tacoma to Olympia looking great, a 35-minute drive. Earn up to $30 a month just for using your Harborstone P&W Cashback debit card. Open your free checking account online today at harborstone.com/cash. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
It's hot today. It's going to be hot a couple more days as well. And how could possibly be the problem with the AC unit? Maybe it's just not cooling the way it was. Maybe it's sort of turning off and turning back on again. You're thinking, I need to get like 3 more weeks out of this thing. If you call Home Comfort Alliance, you know what they do? They don't come in there and give you a whole new unit. They're just going to fix what needs to be fixed. Good maintenance for it, especially if it's running all summer. You still have a few more weeks. Every once in a while, we'll get a couple of hot days. So let's make sure the AC unit is still functioning. Now, if it does need to be replaced, they'll take care of that for you. And they are going to recommend, Home Comfort, a heat pump, because you're going to be able to keep yourself nice and cool in the summer, warm in the winter, just the way you want it. All there in one system. Save money with it as well. When it comes to cost and when it comes to repairing, you can find an answer in 60 seconds with no pressure, no guesswork, just an answer for you from the people that have been doing this for almost 50 years. That's Home Comfort Alliance. When they came out to the barn 4 or 5 years ago, put in a heat pump, and it is nice. The AC really cools the barn off. Heating, cooling, plumbing, electrical needs. Call the comfort people like the Curleys do at Home Comfort Alliance. That's homecomfortalliance.com.
I've lived here almost my entire life.
Seattle's morning news host, Charlie Harger.
I love Seattle. I love that I'm able to raise my children here.
Hear Charlie's 7:35 commentary every morning on Seattle's morning news.
So when I see something that I think might need some attention, that's me pointing out areas of improvement. That is not me saying that Seattle is somehow bad.
You can watch all of Charlie's commentaries anytime on the KIRO Newsradio YouTube channel.
Are you looking to buy a house, but like everyone, you're priced out of the Bellevue, Kirkland, and Seattle market? Many buyers have the income, the credit, and the desire to own, but simply don't have the down payment, often at least $75,000 just for a starter home. Hi, I'm Scott Rirucka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue, with a great opportunity for home buyers. Introducing our Legacy Opportunity Loan. Legacy Group Capital has a select group of 100 new construction, single-family, and townhomes in the top Western Washington locations. Acquire a new construction home with no down payment, allowable closing costs paid, and a competitive rate. Yes, that's no down payment and some closing costs paid by Legacy. A wise man once said, the hardest part of winning in real estate is just getting in. And now you can with our Legacy Opportunity Loan. So get in the game.
Limited properties available to qualified Washington borrowers. Learn more about this limited opportunity at LegacyG.com. Legacy Group Capital, LLC, at MLS ID 99045. Visit LegacyG.com for additional program details.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio. Northwest News.
You are ready for a new kitchen. And after all this time, do you really want to settle for a box store kitchen? At Sound Kitchen and Bath, you can have your dream kitchen with custom cabinets, gorgeous stone countertops, and luxurious fixtures. Our design team will create kitchen and bath designs with products that are beautiful and timeless. We come to your home and make it easy for you. Sound Kitchen and Bath, soundkitchenandbath.com.
Hey, how's your money situation? Are you ready for retirement? Well, if you want to know what the pros are doing to make wealth multiply and retire like royalty, then you need to listen to this show, Sound Path Through Retirement, with Ben Koval and Matt Leibarger. Get your money right and tune in every weekend, Saturdays at 10 a.m. and noon on KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM.
Hey, Brock Ewart here with my buddy Shannon O'Kelly from IRG Physical and Hand Therapy. Shannon, if I've heard it once, I've heard it 100 times from our sports teams in town. Talent acquisition, we need it. I'm guessing at IRG, talent acquisition is also key for you?
Absolutely, Brock. Talent acquisition is everything. You know, our strength here at IRG is what I call our human capital. These are the folks that work here at IRG with a passion, with a focus on building great teams, providing great care, and being involved in the community. We want the best and brightest. And if you're looking for an opportunity to be the best and brightest, IRG is the place for you. We will provide mentorship, continuing education, personal and professional growth. We have it all for you. We want the best and brightest.
If you want to be a part of that team, all you got to do is go visit one of their 40 convenient locations. IRG is in your neighborhood. All the details as well, you can find them at irgpt.com. That's irgpt.com.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio, KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, Northwest News.
ABC News, I'm Dave Packer. Visitors to the Dollywood theme park today like Ruth Fry remembering Dolly Parton.
We've known her all our life, and we just loved her today. She's a very sweet person, and she's going to be really missed.
Parton died today at the age of 80. Over the last year, Parton has said she's been dealing with health issues, but never specified the nature of those health issues. In response to the 50% tariffs that the Trump administration has imposed on Canadian goods coming into the U.S., Canada announcing new retaliatory tariffs today. Polls have closed in South Carolina's special Republican primary runoff for Senate, where Senator Darlene Graham and U.S. Representative Ralph Norman are facing off for the chance to take the late Lindsey Graham spot on the general election ballot. The Justice Department suggested in a court filing Tuesday that the Kennedy Center could face demolition if the president's not allowed to renovate it and add its name to the building. This is ABC News. CIA Director John Ratcliffe is reportedly in Moscow for a series of unknown meetings. ABC's Marcus Moore.
What are they about? And we simply don't know at this point. Obviously, the war in Ukraine is still ongoing. We know that the CIA, the former CIA director, William Burns, made a trip before the war even started back in 2021 to try to get Vladimir Putin not to start that war. So the CIA was involved in that. And we also know that the CIA has also been involved in some prisoner exchanges. But we don't know if that's the case right now.
A Ukrainian official confirmed to ABC News Ukraine agreed to not strike Moscow during the visit. As the Northern Indiana Public Service Company scrambles to meet its midnight deadline to bring Northwest Indiana back after nearly 2 weeks in the dark, Indiana Governor Mike Braun urging an investigation into the region's power company for its handling of the outages. The utility said in a statement they would fully comply with an investigation if one is launched. Dave Packer, ABC News.
And the search begins for Seattle's next police chief. That's after Nate Connors at the real-time traffic desk.
All right, Aaron, this one brought to us by Seattle Sports. Seattle to Everett's going to take you an hour. Same with Bellevue to Everett. So I-5 gets really thick there, 145th in Shoreline all the way to 164th in Mill Creek. 405 scattered backups from Bellevue to Alderwood. Everett to Seattle, an hour, 5 minutes. 40 from Linwood. Everett to Bellevue is wide open if you want to go that route, just 35 minutes. But once you get into Bellevue, you're going to be hitting them brakes south 405 Heavy at 520 all the way down to Northeast 44th near the VMAC. 40-minute trip from Bellevue to South Center. Seattle to Federal Way, we're looking good. We're down to 25 minutes. Just a little crowding left along South Center. Let's see. Renton to Puyallup, southbound 167, taking you 45 minutes. The north end doing okay. We are bumper to bumper in the south end from State Route 18 into Puyallup. Download the Seattle Sports app to stay in the know with the latest news, scores, and opinions about your favorite teams. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM, Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good evening, I'm Aaron Granillo. Seattle residents will get a say in who becomes the city's next police chief. Mayor Katie Wilson today kicking off a national search and announced a public survey along with neighborhood listening sessions coming up next month. Last month, Wilson laid out what she's looking for in a new police chief after accepting the resignation of former Chief Sean Barnes.
I will be looking for someone who can earn the respect of our police force while also leading needed changes to culture and protocol in a way that is firm and fair.
Wilson expects to make her selection by the start of next year. Washington Superintendent remembering Dolly Parton as a fierce advocate for early literacy. Parton's Imagination Library sends a book in the mail every month to children from birth to age 5. Superintendent Chris Rakedahl shared a stage with Parton back in 2023 after that program expanded statewide.
Wonderful human being who had something she cared so much about. She would go anywhere in the country to promote it, genuinely so. Her presence is one, I'd say, of sincerity and candor.
The Imagination Library has scaled back in some communities after losing state funding last session. In the town of Ronald in Kittitas County, wildfire protection now includes a Facebook Marketplace fire truck. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch explains.
Sean Parker, who owns Cascade Playtime Rentals near Lake Cleellum, bought the used fire truck online for $6,000 to protect his home, his business, and his neighbors' places in the event the Three Queens wildfire gets too close. Parker says he and his 2 sons are determined to protect lives and property if necessary.
If it happens, we're not scared. We're not leaving. We're going to stick around. Can't lose my house. Can't lose my business. So I'm here for the long haul.
Parker says he will use the high-reach hose to soak trees and yards if nearby fires get too close. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
A Redmond teenager and youngest active Women's Tennis Association champion is one step closer to qualifying for the main draw at the U.S. Open in New York. That sound courtesy of ESPN. 16-year-old Kristina Lutova won her first round qualifying match today. She needs 2 more wins to make the main draw. Her next match is tomorrow. Now to your forecasts, looking at clear skies tonight and temperatures in the mid to upper 80s at this hour. Tomorrow down into the upper 70s with some better air quality as well. Some light showers rolling through Thursday and Friday potentially. Right now, 82 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Got it. Here we go with the John Curley Show. Thanks, everybody. Let's get into it now. If you happen to listen to KOZI Radio in Lake Chelan, you know Rye stole that song, Andrew, and he plays this song. He plays for his show. I think it's homage to his old man.
Yeah, that's a compliment.
Yeah, he goes, I'm basically just aping you, Dad. I said, you got it. He goes, yeah, I do all that. I'm like, yeah, all right, good.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, get all emotional.
Chip off the old block.
Sorry.
I'm Rick Riz with a reminder to join KOZI Saturday mornings with my good buddy Rye Curley, one of the most talented young broadcasters in the Pacific Northwest, and a second cup of coffee at 8:45.
Thank you.
Saturday mornings on Cozy.
Sorry. Thank you, Rick. Riz, appreciate that. Boy, Lake Chelan's having problems. The fires just over there. Oh, man, one bad summer for Lake Chelan, and then the same thing with Leavenworth had a bad one as well. The fires, a number of them are not contained. The one near Ronald there, I think they only have about 5% contained or something, burning thousands of acres across the state of Washington. All of them, most of them are either lightning or just either somebody setting them intentionally. I think the people setting them intentionally, I think the guy's name is Mr. Climate Change. Yeah, so apparently he's responsible for the one there in Spokane. Tough for everybody. Been a rough summer. But for the guy, the Seattle man that buys the billboard to shame the city's progressive politicians, it's working out pretty well for him. Jonathan Cho speaks with the disabled Air Force veteran, Victor Fleming, about his now infamous, is it infamous already? Is it? Billboard in North Seattle.
It says very simply, will the last taxpayer to leave the Emerald City please change the name to the Blue Tarp City of Thieves?
That's all in one billboard? Or you bought like a continuing billboard? It's a Burma-shaped billboard. Hang on.
Druggies and shooters.
Why did you use
Emerald City?
Yeah.
Please change the name to the Blue Tarp City of Thieves, Druggies, and Shooters.
Why did you use that slogan to put on your billboard, sir?
Because that's what we got left. There ain't no city no more. I'm referring to all of the, quote, homeless people, which are not homeless. They're just druggies and can't afford anything else. It's ludicrous. We have a city of enablers.
Are you referring to the city council and the mayor?
All of the above.
So the politicians?
The politicians.
How much did this billboard cost you, sir?
Just under $3,000.
Why did you decide to put up the billboard now?
Well, I'm 86 years old. I gotta make some sort of splash on this earth.
Sir, what are you hoping this billboard does?
Flip the city of finger.
I didn't even hear the end of it. Oh, it's pretty good, right? Yeah, I guess you're 86 years old, Air Force veteran. You're like, God, and if he's lived here for a long time, he's like, you guys are out of control. But the people get the government they deserve, and this is what they vote for. This is what they like. When you get rid of somebody else, the city attorney, right? Ann Davidson, you get her out of there, and you say, no, we'd rather have Erica Evans in there. Well, then you're going to get what you get. So. And then people are now jumping all over. I said this before I went on vacation. Blood in the water. Oh, it's Katie Wilson's fault. Oh, the violence. Here's you got to understand. Anytime any one of these politicians is saying anything, it's like a chessboard move. They're moving the pawn forward because they want to be mayor. Nobody wants to be on the council. You want to have the power. No one's like, oh, I just want to serve on the council. No. Even in small little city councils, they're on the city council, then they want to go to either mayor in the city, or then they want to go to Olympia, or maybe they got big plans because they just want more and more power, right? So whenever you hear anybody is going to come on the radio or talk, or even, they send something out on Instagram, make it short and, spiky so that it gets shared by everybody. It's all about the next step. What's the next step? Like Seattle City Council member, public safety chair, Bob Kettle, by the way, he was in here the other day. We gave him a nice round of applause as he walked in, and he came over and chatted with us, right? Said he is asking about the lack of progress in the North Seattle Aurora neighborhood.
Yeah, on Aurora Avenue, do you feel anything has been done, or is the press conference the mayor had just window dressing?
Well, as I said at that press conference, I don't really have a lot of confidence because we have the tools, we have the abilities, but so often, as we see in Seattle, we don't take that next step. We don't follow through.
So when Ann Davidson was in there, she decided to do the soap and soda stuff, which is basically go into those areas, and if you already have your license plate, you can't go in there. So they established this thing in 2022. This is with Ann Davidson. So she's in there. She targets repeat offenders. She went after the overachievers. That's what I call them. There were 118 professional criminals that were plying their trade on the streets of Seattle with 2,400 police references in 5 years. So we had 118 responsible for 2,400 arrests with the police. And then she decides to focus on Aurora, those sections of Aurora. And you saw that 6.3 referrals, that's contacts with the police. So each one of these professional criminals would have in a year 6.3 contacts with police. That's when the police caught them. How many other times they did something illegal, who knows? Then you had then it dropped to 1.4 out of 1, and then it went down to 0.5 out of 1. So not bad, a 92% reduction when it came to the overachievers, the turnstile criminals that are professional criminals that live off the rest of us. Then the voters of Seattle determined, no, we don't like her. We want Erica Evans in there. So they hire Erica Evans. She gets the job. She's the city attorney. And it's too early on her. You can't quite tell. But we do know where her priorities are. Some of the money, the limited amount of money that the city had, Evans said, I'm going to hire 2 prosecutors to handle bias and hate crime misdemeanors. Because if it involves something other than a misdemeanor, then it is handled by King County. I tried to look up to see how many hate crimes and bias crimes there are in the city of Seattle. I don't get the numbers on that. There were in 2025, there was 126 hate crimes, but I don't know if those were misdemeanors. They don't break it down like that. But you got to think, okay, so we take the taxpayers' money, about $340,000, somewhere in there, because you're going to hire 2 prosecutors. Let's say it's $340, make it easy math. And then all you got to do is have those 2 prosecutors sit there and take care of the bias and hate crime, because God knows that's the beginning of the end of society. It's not the guy that hits somebody over the head with a brick or something, or somebody that pulls out a Glock that's got the little addition on there that allows them to fire 50 rounds automatically. That guy. That's not hate. But we're going to have 2 prosecutors, and they're going to go after bias and hate crime. So that's Erica Evans, but that's who you voted for. That's who you wanted, and that's what you get. So you look at the numbers in North Seattle. Crime is overall crime 1.7, east to south. So I'm looking at the numbers. Are they down or up? The worst part of Seattle right now seems to be the West Seattle. That's downtown Seattle. Violent crime up 14%, robbery up 26%, shots fired 46%, and overall crime up 1.8. And why? Because they move the stuff around, and these are professional criminals that take advantage of Seattle, because Seattle tends to slap you on the wrist because they feel sorry for you because your mother didn't breastfeed you, or you didn't get a big wheel when you were 8 years old. So therefore, it's the system's fault. It's not your fault. So they put you through the LEAD program, which these guys laugh at. They know what a joke it is, and they go back out. Again, they're professionals at what they do. They've decided to sort of jump the line, not get a job, not have to do anything else. And if you can feed off the rest of us, they will. And they feed off a light judicial system that sees the system as the problem, not them. They're never asked to take responsibility for their own behavior because, let's face it, it's out of their control because X, Y, or Z. So this is what you have in Seattle. And the other interesting thing is the fact that the police are dropping. You now have 69 police have left since 2026. Altogether by the end of the year, that'll be 113. That is more than triple last year. Why? Why do they leave? Why? Why go? Well, if you were a police officer and you arrest somebody, remember we talked about the 118 that are responsible for more than 2,200 crimes. You arrest the guy, and then like a couple hours later, there he is. You're like, oh, my God, right? Or you don't like the way the mayor handles stuff, or you don't like Erica Evans, or you've just reached a point where you've done enough, you run up your overtime, you can get out, and you got yourself a nice retirement, and you're like, I don't need the trouble anymore. So away you go. And I know, Joe, you live in Seattle, and I know you hear these things, and you're like, it's not as bad as it's these, but you still can't deny the numbers are what they are.
They are what they are, but they're also, I feel really bad for guys like Victor, who put up the billboard, who lives in an area where there just seems to be no solution and the problems are just ongoing.
Right.
Those particular areas are bad, and they don't have solutions for them. 12th and Jackson is really embarrassing if you drive by there. Oh. But it is also a very small area. We're talking about one block. And for those people, there's nothing you can say that's going to make them feel better, because they don't feel safe and their businesses can't operate and their windows are constantly getting broken. And that sucks. But overall, these are just big city problems. This is what happens in a city. I don't care what city in America you pick. If it's a large city with, nearing a million people, you're going to have these kind of problems.
No.
What do you mean no? No, what?
We top the list when it comes to homelessness.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You look at Seattle, right?
That's
we have 800,000 people live here, and you have L.A. and New York, and I think we're fighting for like either number 2 or number 3.
Yeah, no, I get it.
That's pretty crazy, because you got 8 million people that live in New York. Yeah. 8 million. You got 800,000 that live here. We are the place to come if you're homeless.
We have a very soft policy when it comes to sleeping, but it doesn't change the fact that you're not. It's not dangerous to walk through downtown Seattle. That's absolute nonsense.
Would you go to 12th and Jackson?
Why would I? No.
No. Why not?
Why would I?
So maybe there's a business down there.
Yeah, that's what I just got through saying.
Right.
If you have a business or you live at 12th and Jackson, it sucks. And there's nothing I can say that's going to make that better.
Right.
But as a whole, the city of Seattle is not a dangerous city.
No, I get that. I've lived in dangerous cities. I would not say Seattle. There's certain sections, as there are certain sections in New York you don't want to go to, certain sections in Washington, D.C.
These are big city problems, and they exist in every big city. And we've got problems that need solving, and there are issues that are cyclical, and there are reasons if you're homeless and you need services that you're going to come somewhere where they're not going to kick you out or arrest you.
Right.
Like that, I get that, and that's the problem that needs to be solved. But the narrative that Seattle's some dangerous hellhole where you're going to get stabbed if you walk downtown, that's just nonsense.
No, I'm not saying it's. I'm just saying I'm giving the numbers of what it is.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. The amazing thing is New York City. New York City was the most dangerous city in the United States, and the turnaround was absolutely unbelievable. I think they went from the most dangerous to one of to the safest big city, and it might have been in 1993. I can't remember what the numbers was. If you look about, how many people were shot and killed in the city, and it went all the way. I think it dropped like 97% drop, and the way they did it was concentrated policing in the areas that they knew where the stuff was happening, and they went in there and they just were flooding the zone.
Yeah.
Right.
But there are still neighborhoods, even at New York City's safest, there are neighborhoods where you or I can't go, and we're not going to be safe.
Here it is. New York City had 2,262 murders in 1990. It had 309 in 2025. Yes, there are sections you don't want to go to, but let's face it, that's a much safer city. It was even safer before the COVID scare. But I'm going back to Bob Kettle again because he's sort of pointing out, he goes, it's Katie Wilson's fault.
And that's my concern. And so for me to expound on a lot of confidence that, yes, we're going to solve North Aurora when the history is such, I think that would be foolish for me to do so. And so I do have those concerns. I do think we have the ability, and this is like for every action, there's a reaction. We have to have a plan. We have to adapt. So we can butt up blocks. That stock can butt up blocks, but next thing you know, we have activity on the other side of the street. I mean, so we have to anticipate that. So we have to go for the root causes. We have to look at what we can do. We have to partner with the county and the state. If the state had passed House Bill 1265, we could probably take greater action. There's two areas in that I focus on. One is the men, the demand signal, the men, whether the Johns or the Penns. But secondly is the minors. That House Bill 1265 could have helped. And in other areas we could help in other, the challenges that we face. And so we have to have this, again, comprehensive approach that is focused on solving it and then really tackling the issues.
Mm-hmm. You will not be able to get rid of the oldest profession in the world. And if somebody's selling it and somebody's buying it and that's what they want, they'll just do it somewhere wherever they can do it. And that's just the case. You can interrupt it and move it somewhere else, but you're not going to do anything, and people are not going to respond to what please don't do it, or we're going to take you and give you some sort of counseling or something like that. I've always been, as an advocate, as a libertarian, it's a terrible, terrible business. If somebody chooses to be in it, that's their choice. If they want to be in it, you get rid of the black market on the thing, you tax the thing, you do it. They do as they do in other countries, in the Netherlands and Thailand as well. They've got permits and licensing and all this other stuff, and it's. If someone chooses to be in it and two consenting adults, and then you can get into the whole, well, is the one really wanting to be in it? I don't know. But certainly this isn't the way you're ever going to put a stop to any of it.
By the way, I haven't even told you.
Are you all right?
I haven't told you this yet, but the week before you went on vacation, we were talking about, that's when the recall got fired for Katie Wilson. And we were just talking.
Who's we?
You and I.
Oh, yeah.
We were having a conversation about the motivation of the couple that filed the recall.
Yes.
And you had said, and you reiterated several times, because I had to go back and listen, reiterated several times that you were just speculating here that, hey, sometimes when people come out of nowhere and they file a recall, maybe somebody might have encouraged them to do so.
Yes, what'd you find out?
And, well, you had done some research. You did your due diligence before we had this conversation, and you had Googled or you had checked to see if
PDC
the couple,
to find if they made any donations.
If they made any donations, maybe to Deborah Juarez's campaign or to any of her, to her office. again, pure speculation. You even ended it and said, I know this is speculation, but hey, it's talk radio. Well,
Yes.
Deborah Juarez got what she heard about that.
Oh, my goodness.
And she was none too pleased.
Oh.
And we got a call from City Hall. I don't know what they wanted. I emailed her back. I said, hey, look, we were just kind of having a conversation, and John reiterated that it was just speculation, but if you want to come on the air and
Yes.
we can clear the air about it, I never did hear back.
What the point was, I started doing Columbo thing. The thing I don't understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that, how does somebody who's not at all involved in politics all of a sudden decide, right?
But they did. One of the points that they made when they called was that they were vouching for the character of the couple and saying that they had just, they had all they were just good intentions.
Deborah is not running again, right? That's a fact. Right. But she represents them. That's the district, right? Okay.
yes.
Everybody in politics is always moving the pieces around because somebody wants to be the king. They want to be the guy in charge or the gal in charge. They think Katie Wilson goes from 57% down to 30% in the polls. This is their chance. Jump on her when she's down. They're all political animals, and that's not a bad thing. That's what you want. You want somebody who's political. That's why you don't. Katie Wilson is not political, and that's why she's struggling to sort of get her feet underneath her.
Right.
And everybody's going to kick it out from underneath her. I didn't say anything. I don't know if Deborah did anything, went to those people, but I do not believe that they just all of a sudden spring up and say, we want to recall her.
Right.
That's all. It just seems a little suspicious to me. Columbo, right there. It's Peter Falk with one eye. Here's Nate checking traffic.
Seattle Sports with our update. South 5 in Seattle just prior to Mercer. We've got a new collision involving a Sound Transit bus blocking 2 left lanes. That adds to our bumper-to-bumper backup into Northgate. Linwood to Seattle, 35 minutes. Seattle to Everett, 55 minutes. We're stop and go from 130th there in Northgate all the way to 164th in Mill Creek. Bellevue to Everett, 1 hour solid from Bellevue into Canyon Park. South 405, we're heavy from 520 to the VMAC. Still about a 40-minute commute from Bellevue to South Center. Crossing the lake into Seattle, westbound 90 slows from North Mercer Way to I-5. Westbound 520 now bumper-to-bumper mid-span to I-5. Westbound 90 heading through Factoria just before 405. Got a new collision blocking 3 center lanes. Southbound 99 solid from the Aurora Bridge to the stadiums, where we have a 6:40 Mariners game. And northbound 99 now slow through that downtown tunnel. Search Seattle Sports on YouTube and click subscribe to get fresh video content daily. KIRO Newsradio real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
You know that feeling when everything is put away? There's no dishes in the sink. The bed has been made. There's no wrinkles on anything. And maybe all the shirts are hung up. You fold the laundry. It's a great feeling that, okay, good. That's all finished. Everything is in its place, and there's a place for everything. You know that feeling you get when you walk into a room and you can't find anything in the closet, or you go into the garage and there's just a heap of mess all over the floor because it's half-done projects and there's cans of paint somewhere. Now imagine that there's an entire wall of cabinets put in by Closets by Design, a local company with 22 years in the business, family-run, by the way. And they come in and they customize all of your storage, your closets. They build cabinets for you, just like they did at the barn. They built entire cabinets that matched the floor. I was like, good Lord. Plus, they did that in the bathroom, the laundry room. They put new cabinets and closets in every one of the rooms, because you imagine a barn, the animals don't have a lot of stuff to have to put away, but humans do, and that's the great work that they did. Closets by Design. Without the giant price, 40% off plus 15% up and 0% financing. Closets by Design, 1-800-BY-DESIGN.
Dear Ursula, I have a group of friends who have bonded over...
Hi, I'm Ursula Boyteen from the G and Ursula Show, and I'm launching a new podcast called Ask Ursula. This is your space. Real life, real questions, whether it's about family, friendships, love, and yes, even the fun stuff like travel and finding your signature scent. Hit me up and ask your questions at mynorthwest.com/Ursula. I look forward to connecting with you.
At mynorthwest.com and the G and Ursula YouTube channel.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800 800-292-4541 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-292-4541. That's 800-292-4541. What do you have to lose? Call 800-292-4541. Again, 800-292-4541.
Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Looking for a simple solution to hair loss this summer? Get the same breakthrough one-day treatment I received at Advanced Hair during their once-yearly summer savings event. Your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day, and Advanced Hair guarantees it will grow. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during their best offer of the year. For details and a free consultation, call 425-449-8185. AdvancedHair.com.
I started Davis Law Group in 1994 to fight for the underdog. And as our team has grown, we've stayed true to that mission. Today, Davis Law Group is known for providing excellent service and even better results. Visit WashingtonAccidentBooks.com to get your free book on car accident law.
Guys, if your energy is down, your workouts feel harder, and your drive isn't what it used to be, it may not be aging. It could be low testosterone. At Revive Health here in Seattle, the first step is simple: a free testosterone exam and consultation with an experienced medical provider. We'll review your labs, symptoms, and overall health to determine if testosterone therapy could help improve your energy, strength, and performance. And for a limited time, qualified patients can get started with a free month of TRT. Revive has helped over 120,000 men since 2011 improve energy, sleep, mood, and confidence. If something feels off, don't ignore it. Get answers and take control of your health. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit revivehealth.com. Revive Health. Elevate your vibe. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact Revive for full details.
Is your car's AC blowing warm air? Don't sweat it. Right now, save $50 on any AC service at Bucky's Complete Auto Repair. Honest pricing, guaranteed work, 16 family-owned locations, and no appointment needed. Stay cool this summer. Bucky's.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good evening, I'm Aaron Granillo. Remembering in American Treasure.
Jolene, Jolene.
Dolly Parton, the iconic country music superstar, has passed away at the age of 80. Fans are mourning the loss.
We've known her all our life, and we just loved her today. She's a very sweet person, and she's going to be really missed.
ABC's Alex Stone says no word yet on a cause of death.
We know that she said that she had been neglecting her health since the loss of her husband, and while she had been caring for her husband for quite a while he was sick, he died last year.
President Trump has ordered U.S. flags be lowered to half staff for 1 week, starting tonight. King County prosecutor has charged 34-year-old man with threats against the governor after investigators say he laid out a detailed plan to kill Governor Bob Ferguson. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch reports.
According to court documents, Nathaniel Foster checked himself into Swedish First Hill in Seattle with suicidal and homicidal thoughts. He allegedly told a caseworker and police he planned to ride transit to Olympia, study security at the governor's mansion, and murder Governor Ferguson. He allegedly threatened to attack staff and guards if necessary. Prosecutors say Foster has a long, violent criminal history. James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
And Foster is staying in psychiatric detention as that case moves forward. State Patrol's investigating after a person was found dead Sunday afternoon along I-5 near the Seneca on-ramp to the express lanes in Seattle. Medical examiner says the person died from a fall from the overpass, but may have also been hit by a car after they fell. If you saw anything, you were asked to contact the State Patrol. Pierce County has shut down the Gateway Inn in Ashford and ordered everyone off that property. KIRO News Radio's Frank Lenzi explains why.
The county says the hotel near Mount Rainier had resumed renting rooms despite a closure order issued back in February over serious life safety violations, including dangerous electrical conditions and non-working smoke detectors. The county says those issues have yet to be resolved.
And we have reached out to the Gateway Inn for comments. Now from the real-time traffic desk, we check in with Nate Connors.
All right, Aaron, we already cleared our crash. South 5 just before Mercer involving a Sound Transit bus had a couple lanes blocked, and we're backed up bumper to North Gateway. Linwood to Seattle has spiked to 50 minutes. Seattle to Everett and Bellevue to Everett are right under an hour. Everett to Marysville clearing out, a 10-minute commute. In Bellevue, South 405, we're solid from 520 to the VMAC. 40 minutes from Bellevue to South Center. Westbound 90 just before 405. Got a collision blocking 3 center lanes. You're stacked up to 150th. Southbound 99, we're solid approaching the Aurora Bridge to the stadiums. Again, our Mariners have a 6:40 game tonight. Northbound 99 slows through the downtown tunnel. You're clear by the time you hit South Lake Union. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Thank you, Nate. Checking your forecast, we'll have less haze into tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures also dropping into the upper 70s for the highs Wednesday, low 70s Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Chance for some light rain as well by week's end. Right now, 82 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Some smooth jazz here in KIRO. 5:34. Teeny, I believe you're going to spin that wheel that's got all the names of all the players. There they are. Goes round and round and round as a kaleidoscope of colors. Charlie Yardbird Parker, of course. It lands on Nate. Nate, have you got, got a crazy egg recipe for us that we could just jam to?
Oh, yeah, we can jam to the Dolly Parton egg recipe.
Wait a minute, stop the music. A Dolly Parton recipe. Let's hear it,
Yes.
Nate.
Well, it starts with 2 jumbo Wilcox Family Farms eggs. They have to be jumbo.
You love the jumbos.
And then you gently crack them open in a warm skillet.
Oh, warm and cracked.
Yes. And now you can cook them any way you like, just not scrambled.
Ah.
You got to keep them yolks. I prefer my Dolly eggs sunny side up, just in case you were wondering. And you don't want to undercook them. No. You want to wait till they're nice and firm. Then you can attack them.
Yum. Okay.
That's your Dolly Parton egg recipe. May she rest in peace. And those are Wilcox Family Farms eggs.
Yes, they are.
What? What?
Nothing.
What's going on with
just
Aaron?
writing them down? I don't know. Aaron's okay. He's got like a.
Is he still crying over
He's got a respiratory
No,
problem.
I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
Just picking up what you're putting down.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Your smile is like a breath of spring. Your voice is soft like summer rain. And I cannot compete with you, Jolene.
Sing it, Joe.
He talks about you in his sleep. And there's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. And I can easily understand how you
Don't
could
rush it.
easily take my man. But you don't know what he means to me, Jolene.
Joe can't wait for this. One more?
Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man.
Wrote the song thinking of her husband, and the bank teller used to flirt with her husband all the time. You know what made me sad to hear that when Carl died, she sort of just let her health go as well. Did you hear that in the news? No. Were you too busy just waiting for Nate's slightly disrespectful egg recipe. Now that I read it back, because I was writing it all down, I didn't have time to hear it, but now that I read it back,
Nate,
a lot
come
of double
on.
entendre in there.
You know what? She would have loved it.
She would have loved it?
Yep.
Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my
By the way,
hand.
if you were Jolene, would you be like, ugh? If you were Jolene, would you be like, okay, I'm not going to take her?
You know, the blonde brunette feud seemed to be pretty heated back then. Maybe she's like,
I know, but
yeah.
she's begging her, please don't take my man. I don't have a lot of stuff. You're doing really well, and I got nothing. I got nothing.
You know what? That's fine. You keep him.
Okay, there we go. Works out. Boy, this would be exciting. So, Pierce County Sheriff Keith Swank he's got a podcast now, and it debuted last week with the launch of Uncuffed. They named it that show.
He solicited.
That's what he called it.
He solicited his, I think his Twitter fans. He's got a big.
Aaron has to leave. I mean, does he not know what that word means? Come on, Keith. Come on.
He did. He made the.
They could explain what that's about.
He made the mistake of polling his audience. Hey, what would be a great title for the podcast? I think I can find a clip of that.
And 1,000 gay men said, uncuffed.
I introduced myself to him, Keith Swank, Pierce County Sheriff. We shook hands, and then he started to speak to me.
Oh, this is about the fact. Is it true that former police chief Sean Barnes challenged Keith Swank to a boxing match?
Okay, so Swank, about a week prior to the podcast launching, makes a post on Twitter, and it reads exactly this. It says, many of you know I've been critical of ex-police chief Sean Barnes. I even called him a buffoon. This past Tuesday, 2 days ago, was a law enforcement graduation at the Academy in Burien. Pierce County Sheriff had two deputies graduating, so I was there. A friend of mine from SPD was there. After the graduation, my friend told me that interim chief Sales wanted to meet me. Mm-hmm. I introduced myself to him. He asked me to step over to an area out of earshot.
Yeah.
Chief Sales told me he was delivering a message from Sean Barnes. The message was basically challenging me to a fight.
Oh.
It's a good thing the incompetent mayor of Seattle forced him to resign. He would have been a huge liability for SPD and the citizens of Seattle. I wouldn't be surprised if we find out he had a domestic violence issues.
Just throw that in there. Why not? A little DV charge, unsubstantiated.
So he makes that claim. A lot of people, obviously, in the media reached out wanting to talk to him about it. He declined all media interviews.
Even ours, Joe? I can't believe that.
Well, you were out of town.
Oh,
but
there we go.
He wisely saved the story for the debut of his podcast.
And he said, this is from Sean. Anytime you want, just get a hold of this buffoon. So that would be like coming from Sean. That was a quote from him. And he said this buffoon because I had called him a buffoon. And the way it was said, in the context of what it was said, was not an extension of an olive branch. Like, let's get together and have a cup of coffee and talk about policing and leadership and things like that. It was completely said that Sean was saying a message through Sales to let me know that anytime I wanted to meet up with him, that he was ready. And that means he was ready for whatever happens, meaning a fist fight or whatever else would happen from it. Now,
I'd always assume that. Coffee or a fist fight. Yeah. All right.
Some people might say that's not what he said in it, and that's understandable. They can say whatever they want to say. But the truth of the matter is, I was there. I know what was said.
Yeah. All right. There's Pierce County Sheriff Keith Swank and his new podcast called Uncuffed. Sounding like it's coming from a men's room.
I do have the sound of how it got the name, if you're curious.
Yes.
Whoops, hang on.
Hang on.
I wanted to say that I put out on Facebook and on X, I asked people to see who all would, to give me names about what this podcast could be called. And immediately, when I saw somebody on X and somebody on Facebook use the word uncuffed. They didn't say Sheriff Swank uncuffed, but they said uncuffed. I was like, yes, that's exactly what it is, because I want people to know that you are uncuffed. I'm your sheriff. You're uncuffed. I'm standing up for your freedom of speech.
That's good. I mean, it makes sense. It's just there's some other... So I asked Chat who would win in a fight, and here's what ChatGPT said. Swank is a pretty formidable physical man. Tactical background, U.S. Army Infantry. Ranger School, Airborne. Halo training as well. Later commanded the Seattle SWAT team, Bond Squad, K-9, Harbor Patrol units. He's 58 years old. In this corner, Sean Barnes. Extensive law enforcement experience. He's about 51 years old. A 7-year advantage. But public biography says that he is emphasizing policing and academics and leadership. If it gets down to the two, I go Swank 65, Barnes 35.
You ever met Swank?
Yes.
You know, how tall is he?
I'm going to guess he's about 6 feet. It's about my height, 6 feet.
Okay.
Stop.
You're not 6.
I used to be.
Oh, really?
I did. In fact, when I went to get my driver's license, Rye was with me. This is a number of years ago. And the woman goes, and your height? I said 6 foot. And Rye goes, and I go, and this was 6 years ago.
Uh-huh.
I said, I am. He goes, no, you're not. And we drove down the road, went to a Home Depot, got a measuring tape. I stood against the wall, and I pulled my head all the way up. He says, your hair doesn't count.
Yeah.
And right there at 6 feet.
He's going to join us tomorrow. We'll see what he has to say about it.
I got to check it everything.
Yeah, what happened to that saxophone you're going to bring in today?
I'm waiting for my saxophone player.
Gotcha. That's right. Okay,
here, back.
Cool. Bucky's Complete Auto Care has our update. Linwood to Seattle, 50 minutes. It starts with a backup at that Linwood interchange, and then we're bumper to bumper from Northgate Way into downtown. North 5 gets packed at the West Seattle Bridge up to the Ship Canal Bridge. Plan on 25 minutes from bridge to bridge. In South Center, North 405, we're packed from I-5 up to Sunset Boulevard, where we have a new collision blocking 2 right general purpose lanes. That leaves just that HOV lane open to all drivers at the moment. We cleared our crash westbound 90 just before 405. That earlier backup is cleared out as well. Renton to Puyallup on the Valley Freeway down to 35 minutes. And if you're heading down toward the county line, South 5 slows from South 320th all the way across the Puyallup River Bridge. Is your car's AC blowing warm air? Don't sweat it. Save $50 on any AC service at Bucky's. 16 family-owned locations. No appointment needed. Bucky's.com. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Choke Points with Chris Sullivan.
With Choke Points, we try to answer listeners' questions. It can be as simple as a neighborhood stop sign, or it can be as big as the budget for transportation. I don't care. I'll find the answer for you. It's really easy to get a hold of me at mynorthwest.com. We have a direct link there that gets right to me. You can also do it in the app. You can hit me up on the text line.
Choke Points, presented by Carter Subaru. Tuesdays and Thursdays on KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know you can't cook. You're not one of those people who say that they can, but when people come over for dinner, they find out the hard way, you can't. You can't even microwave popcorn, and that's literally just one button. Plus, measuring and patience are huge parts of cooking, and that's just not you. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Welcome to the end of summer sale at AutoZone. We're celebrating the end of long days and short nights with big deals for a short time. Like on Wash and Wax, you can get 3 Meguiar's products for just $20. Need new brakes? Duralast brake pads are free with the purchase of Duralast rotors. We've also got oil deals and more. We're ending the summer right with the end of summer sale at AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Restrictions apply.
Summer is for letting it rip.
Swung on and has ripped it right by it. 7 scoreless innings. Marvelous Miller again.
Summer is for showing out.
Swing and a miss. Woo, 6 up and 6 down.
Summer is for Mariners baseball.
Logan Gilbert, he's knocked down a dozen in a row.
So call your favorite Walter and head to T-Mobile Park because our pitchers are rolling. From George Kirby to Senor Smoke.
Up in the attic at 101. Nothing but the express tonight for Andres Munoz.
Matilda would be proud. Mariners baseball. Trident's up.
Don't miss out on another marquee interleague matchup at T-Mobile Park. Julio Rodriguez and the Mariners wrap up their series against Bryce Harper and the Philadelphia Phillies tomorrow afternoon at 1:10 with a special midweek matinee. Get your tickets and check out the upcoming schedule at mariners.com/tickets.
Are you looking to buy a house, but like everyone, you're priced out of the Bellevue, Kirkland, and Seattle market? Many buyers have the income, the credit, and the desire to own, but simply don't have the down payment, often at least $75,000 just for a starter home. Hi, I'm Scott Rirucka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue with a great opportunity for home buyers. Introducing our Legacy Opportunity Loan. Legacy Group Capital has a select group of 100 new construction, single family, and townhomes in the top Western Washington locations. Acquire a new construction home with no down payment, allowable closing costs paid, and a competitive rate. Yes, that's no down payment and some closing costs paid by Legacy. A wise man once said, the hardest part of winning in real estate is just getting in. And now you can with our Legacy Opportunity Loan. So get in the game.
Limited properties available to qualified Washington borrowers. Learn more about this limited opportunity at LegacyG.com. Legacy Group Capital LLC and MLS ID 99045. Visit LegacyG.com for additional program details.
What if you could have the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi? And get this, what if you could keep it at the same price for 5 years guaranteed? Now through August 31st, get our best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years for new Xfinity customers. No annual contracts, no hidden fees, and our best equipment included. Plus, get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi that finds and fixes problems before you even notice them. Like super intelligent Wi-Fi with a sixth sense. Plus, it keeps you protected from online threats. And get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
This is it. These are the nights. The ones where you laugh until you can't anymore. And smile until your head hits the pillow. Where everything feels just right. Because it is. Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Must be 21 and over. Please gamble responsibly.
Seattle loves to celebrate big hits, touchdowns,
Seahawks!
and even parades. This city lives for Sunday. Get your tickets for Seahawks game days at Seahawks.com today.
The John Curley Show mailbag is brought to you by Advanced Hair Restoration.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Advanced. All right. Time for a song or no?
Yeah, shorty.
Shorty.
Right. Okay. Goose in the 206 says, over the weekend, my friend Brucey, or maybe he introduced himself as Evan, was in the club.
Yeah.
He asked me, are you going to be jealous if I see your boy John Curley at a restaurant? I said, oh, hell yeah, I would be. And believe it or not, he did.
Yeah.
He mentioned John was a chatty Cathy and the friendliest dude you could imagine. Here are pictures he sent me. I'm very jealous.
Yes. Hanging out with Lash there. By the way, big Irish concert happening there at TLAC in Cle Elum on the 3rd of September, the 4th, I think the 5th. They're all, and we're going to have one of the guys on. They're great musicians. And
it's
they're
like a
just
festival.
coming. Yeah. Yes, that's where I was. All right. Let's see. Barbara in the 425 says, I think I love Stanley. Yes, everyone does.
Yes, they do. Tom in Marysville says, I wish Trump would back off on Canada. We couldn't ask for better neighbors. He's managed to bully, divorce, sue, and fire his way through life.
He wants
fake news.
He wants to rename Lake Ontario Lake America.
He's just trolling. I mean, come on.
Jessica B says, so KIRO's okay with John's shirt? What? Stone Harbor?
Is that a real place?
Stone Harbor is.
BP 420.
I do not get it.
Chris in the 206 says, the socialist goals may be what civilization can strive to meet someday, but currently our civilization hasn't evolved far enough to allow it to happen and won't for several generations.
Mm-hmm.
Socialism failing to work as it always does.
Thank you, Vince Skelly. 206, it's only maintenance holes in the city of Seattle and Bellevue now. In Cle Elum, they're still calling them they still call it manholds. I think that must be a typo.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, that could be the name of Keith Swankson's show. Thank you. Here we go.
Charlie on the beach in Seattle says, what I don't understand is when there are really small areas like 12th and Jackson, as Joe mentioned, why could they not put emphasis patrols on that specific block? Same as 3rd and Pine. It's always been a hellhole and always will be. Why don't they just post cops up there every single day, nearly 24/7? I don't understand. Please help me.
Maybe they don't have enough. Dolly Parton passing away at the age of 80. Mike in Portland says, seriously, is there anyone who has done a better job appealing to both sides of the political aisle than Dolly Parton? Absolutely.
Brian on Capitol Hill says there are very few people who seem to belong to everyone, and Dolly Parton is one of them. She embodied love and accepted everyone. It's been a really tough day, but she'd want us to celebrate her life. Rest in peace, Dolly. We will always love you.
She was in there with sort of Betty White kind of thing, right?
Exactly.
100%. Yeah. Rachel at 206 says, I've never heard Joe so excited to tell a story. Yes, he is still living off my failure.
Andrew from Oklahoma says, I'm still terrified for John, but is it possible he's remembering the story completely, or is he remembering it as images?
It's exactly how it happened. I remember the doors closing, and that's what she said. Fernando in Seattle says, during his Tuesday Boy days, don't worry about it, Fernando. That's a whole nother life ago.
And now it is time for the winner of the day.
This comes to us from Tara in Mill Creek.
Yes.
She says, oh, Stanley, this is the best, and I'm crying. I love it so much. Add him to the list of random check-ins, please. People who pigeonhole John Curley as a rich white conservative are not listening.
Thank you, I am.
Sometimes when I'm trying to get in and out somewhere, I actually stop myself and change my behavior because I think about all the incredible stories and connections John has experienced simply because he took the time to hear someone else, and how often those little moments end up being gifts both ways.
I'm calling Stanley tomorrow morning.
That's going to be a long phone conversation.
Oh, I know. God bless that guy. We went into places. I'm like, Stanley, I can't go in there. No, you're okay. I got your back. Yeah, you're 5'4". You're 5'4". Oh, God, love him. All right, hey, thanks for listening, everybody. Here comes Nate checking traffic. Nate Hawk.
Harbor Stone Credit Union with our update. South Center and North 405 were packed from I-5 up to Sunset Boulevard, where we've got a collision blocking both of your general purpose lanes. So until they reopen one of those, all drivers can use that single HOV lane that's open. Linwood to Seattle, 45 minutes. You've got to back up at that Linwood interchange. We're bumper to bumper from Northgate Way in the downtown. North 5 still solid from the West Seattle Bridge or the Ship Canal Bridge. About 25 minutes to clear this. Seattle to Everett, we're down to a 45-minute commute. Still slow from 145th and Shoreline to 164th and Mill Creek. Bellevue to Everett, 50 minutes. Scattered backups from Kirkland into Canyon Park. And again, as you approach that Alderwood interchange. Crossing the lake from Bellevue to Seattle, 25 minutes on 520, half hour on I-90. Earn up to $30 a month just for using your Harborstone P&W Cashback debit card. Open your free checking account online today at harborstone.com/cash. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
KIRO News Radio, where you hear G and Ursula.
It's got to be a white man that I'm voting for in 2028.
Weekdays 9 to noon.
Kamala Harris, I'm not voting for you. AOC, I ain't voting for you. We can't take no more chances. It's going to be a white man that I'm voting for in 2028.
And I think that's so sad without even knowing.
If you think that there's somebody that you believe that can win in 2028, you let me know.
Subscribe to the G and Ursula Show on YouTube and watch live or later.
Eric Johnson here. I covered a lot of accidents over the past 30 years or so, but I never got to say much about what to do after a crash. Be honest, do you know what evidence to collect, what pictures to take, what documents to request, or what you shouldn't say to your insurance company? The Washington Accident Book Series is a must-have for drivers who want to be prepared for whatever the roads throw at them. Know your rights and how to avoid common mistakes after an accident by getting your free copy at WashingtonAccidentBooks.com.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
KIRO Newsradio has your chance to win 2 tickets to see Anthony Hamilton with Tony, live under the stars at the Tulalip Amphitheater, Thursday, September 10th. Go to mynorthwest.com/win for contest rules and your chance to win.
Download the KIRO Newsradio app, where you can watch us live or stream us live anywhere, anytime.
How would this initiative, whatever this initiative is, how would he fund it?
Stay connected everywhere. Download the KIRO Newsradio app.
Over 700,000 U.S. troops have walked on pet decorator floors at the SeaTac and Lewis USO centers. Hi, this is Tammy Michaels. Whether you raise a hand or a paw to serve our country, Pet Decorator is proud to give back and honor those who serve. See for yourself why Pet Decorator flooring is so beautiful and durable. Available exclusively at Sound Kitchen and Bath. Find out more at petdecorator.com.
Guys, if your energy is down, your workouts feel harder, and your drive isn't what it used to be, it may not be aging. It could be low testosterone. At Revive Health here in Seattle, the first step is simple: a free testosterone exam and consultation with an experienced medical provider. We'll review your labs, symptoms, and overall health to determine if testosterone therapy could help improve your energy, strength, and performance. And for a limited time, qualified patients can get started with a free month of TRT. Revive has helped over 120,000 men since 2011 improve energy, sleep, mood, and confidence. If something feels off, don't ignore it. Get answers and take control of your health. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit revivehealth.com. Revive Health. Elevate your vibe. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact Revive for full details.
There are 6 markets you can place your money in. Research suggests it's better to have exposure to all 6 markets. Don't miss a potential opportunity because you didn't strategically diversify your assets. Hi, Jeff here with Madrona Financial and CPAs. Request your no-cost Madrona analysis today and discover what you may be missing in your portfolio. Call 833-673-7373 right now to request your analysis. That's 833-673-7373.
This is Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors.